that, be sure to hit that like button. Sharing is caring. Mama said that there will be days literally just like this. And if one thing we all adore, something worth dying for, there's nothing but pain. We're stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame. Come on, baby, presser. Next month, of course, we will have the Oxnard situation. If you guys could do me a huge Shaq Feet favor, hit that like button. Sharing is caring. Keep this all organic, baby. I'm still your number one independent artist. Law to the nation, baby. Come on, baby. Yeah. Come on. The longest intro in the land. Or should I say the second longest? Because waiting on this press conference, they on CPT time. Christian Parker time. Regs! I can't take this no more, Regs. We're live like 95. Yeah.
You guys think I do this all on just personality? It's the prep that you guys do for me. So yeah, golf clap. I like that. They do a great job.
We're fortunate to get to work with good people.
Don't make me cry.
Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear audio.
Calvin
Watkins, Dallas Morning News. George Pickens, has he been here this week with you guys?
No, he has not. As you guys know, it's voluntary. Communicated with GP yesterday. He's got a football camp this weekend that he's doing. So communication's been good, and as you guys know, it's voluntary.
He better be involuntary. He better be there for mandatory.
Taking care of his business.
Of those conversations, is it giving you an indication that he'll be here when it's the mandatory session?
No, we haven't discussed that, but I expect he'll be here, and I think he's in a good spot. But again, I know he's handling his business, and I know he misses his teammates, and so we miss him too. You guys know how we feel about him. We love him, and this is just part of the business.
Yeah. Got one more. A lot of expectations on Caleb Downs. We haven't had a practice in pads. Sometimes you feel like, let's slow down a little bit with the hype around him.
No,
we haven't been in pads.
No,
and those times, even though you believe.
Don't slow down nothing.
No, I think expectations on all high draft picks, Calvin, are real. They're all probably also a little bit
slow down with
too
the
high. There is a transition period. There's going to be mistakes that are made. I thought one of the greatest compliments you could give a young player is they don't repeat mistakes. Like if you tell Caleb one thing, he's made mistakes throughout the course of phase 2 and OTAs, even the last couple of practices, but he doesn't make the same mistake twice. And I think that's a very, very good thing for us and the Cowboy Nation. And because at the end of the day, you don't want guys that repeat mistakes, because once you learn a skill set and you're corrected on something, it's cool to see them make those changes.
Clarence LLS, and before I get to my question, I want to piggyback on one of Calvin's questions. Pickens,
Lord.
what do you know about his throwing sessions with Dak, and did that stop when y'all started the OTAs and team stuff, or was that before, or are they still doing that?
Yeah, I mean, there's still communication going on. I'm not sure exactly what they do. You guys know Dak does a great job working with all the guys, whether they're here, whether it's this time of year, whether it's in the summer. They always go someplace. They'll go someplace this summer and train and throw, and it's a chance for them to develop their timing. But in terms of the specifics of it, I don't know exactly what that's looked like.
Housekeeping, who's going to be available to participate and that we're going to see out there, who's not because of injuries, and where are those guys at?
Yeah, you guys will see most of the guys in mock. We've got a few guys that we're going to be smart with, Ezaraku, Deron Bland, some guys like that, again, you'll see them throughout the next couple weeks advance into more individual drills and stuff like that, but a few of those guys we're going to be really smart with. But right now we're pretty healthy, and most of our guys are in a good spot. the two that jump out at me right now would be Duran and Easy are the guys we're being mindful of.
As a head coach with a first-time coordinator, how do you handle CP? You know, it's his first time being a coordinator.
Damn, how many questions Clarence get to ask?
Micromanage him? Do you oversee? Do you let him have it and you take offense? How does that relationship go and how does that look on the practice field?
Yeah, I think I would say it's not as much about CP. It's more about what I've learned, you know, going into year 2 as a head coach and doing the good, better, how on myself and areas where I feel like I could have been better last year in terms of early on. You know, I spent so much time with the offense because Clayton was a new coordinator that I didn't really do as much on the defense. And then when the time I got over there, I felt like it was a little bit too late in some regards. We made some changes, but at the end of the day, the product wasn't good enough. I'm not a micromanager. I'm an opinion giver. And if I give you the same opinion multiple times, I suggest you follow through with those opinions. But CP's been great. You know, again, everything that we've experienced that you guys have seen, the way he runs the meeting, the way he communicates.
Let him be.
And it's a compliment, a man of very few words. He doesn't need a lot of words to get his point across. And I'm really, really thrilled with what I see from our defense right now. It's been fun for me to talk to some of the offensive players, and they're excited as well.
Brian, Todd Archer with ESPN. When you see the Rams acquire Myles Garrett the other day, got me thinking about the pass rush here. What's the confidence level that you guys have in what you have on hand now? Do you need to go out and add players? I know you're going to say it's 24/7 and you're always looking, but what's the confidence level you have in the guys in the building to be able to affect the quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to start with Donovan Ezaraku going into year 2. I mean, there's a reason that we felt so highly of him last year, and you know, then you look back at, you know, knowing that he played the last number of games with some ailments. You go out and get a guy like Rashawn Gary, who I've been blown away by his professionalism, his leadership. He's a grown-ass man. You watch him work, and he understands what work ethic takes to be a great player, and I'm really, really, you know, excited about that. Malachi Lawrence is picking it up really, really quickly. We're very excited about that. You know, James Houston, there's a lot of guys, you know, bringing T. Wheat back. And it is. You know, we're going to go through this process. I'm very pleased with where we are. Marist is doing a great job for us at outside linebacker. He's had some really good rushes. Now, I say that, Todd, there's restrictions in OTAs of what you can do. Like, there's always a halo around the quarterback, but there's even more restrictions of it's not real football. It never will be real football. So I'm going to hold my praise, but I'm very pleased with the guys that we've added, and I'm pleased with the group.
Is it about the group and not the individual in some respects? And is that what Christian came from when he was in Philly? I don't know if you looked at them and said there was one dominant pass rush that they had. I've seen they have a number.
I think some of the best pass rushing teams that I know we faced, you know, don't have necessarily one guy. It's easier to shut one guy down. You know, one elite guy you can pay a lot of attention to. You know, it's better off when you're looking at Denver's, and obviously Benito put up big numbers, but I mean, they were getting 6+ sacks, I think, from 7 or 8 different guys of something crazy like that. And I really do think it's more of the unit, and that's what we're excited about with the depth that we feel like we have.
John Schroeder with The Athletic. What was your immediate reaction on Monday when you see that the Myles Garrett trade happens, then later in the day you have A.J. Brown getting traded, obviously, out of the division?
Must be post-June 1. Was my first thought. And no, I mean, hey, it's what you love about it. You know, it's a competitive business, and everyone's trying to get their roster right. And each roster is different, and each roster is unique to themselves. And, you know, we feel like we've had an incredible off-season of additions. And, you know, I'll let the cat out of the bag on this one. We'll have a joint practice against Miles and the Rams, along with New Orleans and Kellen and those guys. And I think that's because of the relationship we've built up with Sean and his staff. And, you know, obviously we know Kellen, but we had a couple other options that we were looking at. But we want to go compete against some of the better teams and better players. And you guys know our stance for playing starters in the preseason. So we want to get that work done.
Yeah,
it's funny for me because I now notice last year I was not noticing. You guys are all tweeting things that come out. It's kind of cool. It's a race of fingers. I will say John is very quick.
Machine Gun John.
He's asking the question.
That's Machine Gun John.
I now know what
man.
you guys are doing. I'm like, man, they're really taking my notes seriously. Yeah, multitask.
Wait till you see. Wait till you see Law out there.
Do you still expect them to be ready for the start of training camp?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, both guys are doing great. It's more of us taking precaution and being smart. You know, they both want to get out there, but again, it's OTAs, and it's more important that they're learning the scheme and system and all that, as opposed to them going out there and getting team reps.
Bland's the foot, right? It's nothing
Say again?
new. Bland's the foot. It's nothing new. Okay.
Correct. Yep.
Nick Harris, 4-Star Telegram. Compared to last season versus now,
Come on, Nick!
seeing how the defense is operating this week, is there anything tangible you can point to, or anything where it kind of clicked for you, like, hey, this defensive unit, not just the coaching staff, but the unit itself, feels different than it did last year?
Yeah, I'm not going to compare last year. You know, last
There
year
you
just
go.
didn't work, and we know that, and it's for different reasons, and that falls on me more than anybody else as the head coach. And but I'm thrilled with the way these guys teach, the way these guys explain, the way these guys focus on fundamentals. I think you would be remiss standing up here if you didn't talk about the disguise element of it. This system that CP's bringing to us, based off from Vic Fangio and Vance Joseph and guys like that have been involved, like they make you work post snap, and that's a big part of it. And the less movement that the defense does, it tells the quarterback less information, so therefore he's trying to process it at different times, and that allows the pass rush to get home, which is why I think, going back to Todd's question, you see teams like Denver that base out of this system get a number of sacks. It's not just that the pass rush is elite, it's that the quarterbacks are confused. And they're like, oh, I'm not sure if this is cover 4, cover 6, cover 8, cover 2, cover 1, whatever it is. And I think that's been really fun for me to see.
How much weight at this point in the offseason can you put into quote-unquote position battles? I know it means a lot more when the pads come on at training camp, but what do you get out of, hey, this guy, let's rotate him in with the first team, or this?
Yeah, look, we're evaluating everything, but again, I'll go back, it's not real football. The defense does not have equal right to the football. So, it's a hard thing for the head coach to say day one of OTAs, like, defensive guys, you do not have equal right to the football. If it's a close play, you have to pull off. And so, again, you're evaluating these guys and how they're picking up the system, how they're moving in some of the individual things. CD's had a great camp. He looks awesome. He's jumping out of his shoes. Kalen Carson's had a great couple of days. Love to see the confidence he's playing with right now. And but it is hard, Nick. I mean, it's hard to sit there because if I talk to these guys about you're fighting your asses off for a job right now, then guess what? They're going to dive for balls. They're going to do things like that, and that's not what we want.
Patrick.
It's hard, man.
Patrick on DallasCowboys.com. A couple of questions. First being, from the head coaching perspective, obviously you and everyone involved know what the ultimate goal is to get to and to win the Super Bowl. From a head coaching perspective, how do you manage your players' mindset as far as keeping them focused on the goal at hand, but while staying present in the moment so that they can get 1% better every day?
Yeah. The goal is the goal. The goal is February 14th, 2027. We want to be playing in the Super Bowl in SoFi Stadium. That's the goal. But we can't do anything about that right now other than have a great OTA number 3. Today's a red zone 2-minute day, so you have to go back to the process. And I think what I've been, again, self-critical of myself is last year I had a saying, the standard is the standard. But, I didn't do a very good job of addressing what the standard was and defining it. What we started with, we've hit the first 2, but really it's, protect your brother. And then we're focusing today is embracing the daily grind. What does that mean? It means you look forward to the next meeting you have so you can learn something. You look forward to the next mock so you can make calls, communicate, see things. You look forward to the next practice so there's a fundamental or a skill set that you improve on. And you have to trust the process. And, again, there is a build-up to this.
Right.
OTAs, minicamp, going to be just a regular OTA with afternoon meetings. That's all it's going to be for you guys that get to be there for those all 3 days. But and then obviously a little bit of time off for these guys, period. And then training camp, same thing. You've got a ramp up period, and then you get going. And once we hit the ground running, we'll have a better sense of truly figuring out position battles and competition and kind of where we are as a football team.
Well, Coach, either you read my mind or my notes because you just answered
Both.
the second question.
Both.
Yeah.
Everybody getting 2
That's
questions
Tad
now.
and the Pete Rozelle award-winning staff.
Yeah. Way to have a prep, Tad. I appreciate that. No, I was just going to ask, looking back at year one, what's your biggest takeaway? Because there was a lot of good to come out of year one, obviously, especially from the offensive side of the ball. But what was your biggest takeaway that you look back and you say, you know what, I can learn from that, and how can that make you become better in year two?
Yeah, again, I think there's a ton of things, Patrick. The first thing that I, obviously say is being the head coach. I'm going to be the play caller here. I love being the play caller here. I'm pretty good at it, I think. So that's never going to change. I should never say never. 10, 12 years from now, maybe I will. But, being the head coach matters, and I think it's how you start it. So, like right now, I've been in probably 50% of the offense and 50% of the defensive meetings. Why? Because I think I have to be the head coach. And we talk a lot about Christian Parker in this room, but I cannot talk enough about Clayton Adams. This guy is absolutely kicking ass. He's so much more comfortable this year in his role. He reads my mind, kind of like how I read your notes in your mind of what question you're going to ask me. But, let's not forget that we're thrilled to have CP here. But Clayton Adams has proven it, not only in year one, but he's even taken another step in year two.
Jane.
Yeah.
James Slater, NFL Network.
Jane!
Sounds like a coach's job. I'm not really sure sometimes.
So shared sacrifice is a word that came up when I talked to a veteran about the importance of OTAs, and I realize that they're voluntary, and this isn't a knock on George, but my question is, given how intentional you guys have been about the staff changing this defense, what are some of just the little nuances that someone might miss if they're not here at OTAs?
I think, Jane, more than anything, there's the connection piece that's the most important to me. I mean, it's, this is the time of year where these guys are training. The workouts are a little bit longer. It's actually more about the strength weight room program than even the football, quite honestly, working through phase 1 and phase 2. And I've always believed this, and this has got nothing to do with a single player. How do you prove to your teammates that you're doing everything in your power to be the best version of yourself if they don't see you doing that? I have no question George is preparing, just like I had no question that Micah was going to prepare or whoever. It's voluntary, but that's the biggest thing for me. It's not really the scheme. GP will learn some of the language and stuff that we do, and with he and Dak throwing and things like that, the relationship he has with CD and Joe Milton and all those guys, I don't worry about that.
Shout out to you, Richard.
It's just the connection piece. We've got a lot of new faces on defense and some new ones on offense, but that's probably the biggest thing if you're not attending the off-season program that you probably miss out on. Doesn't mean you can't make it up.
I'm not in those meeting rooms, but are there
put y'all hands together for Toxic Tom.
What are you specifically
He's
trying
now
to get accomplished in
a
OTA
mod.
camp?
Toxic Tom.
So the way we do it, everybody's different. We obviously went 8 weeks this year. Did not want to do the 9 weeks. I did not want the first week of the off-season program to be.
Man, look. Shout out to Shotty, but he's not going to say not one negative word about anybody, right? You could ask Schottenheimer how Matt Waletzko is, and he's not even on the team anymore, and he's going to say, well, Matt Waletzko is a real good guy. Let's go, baby. Let's bring him back and put him at fullback. That's how Shotty answer his questionings here. Y'all, he's not going to give you anything that's going to be negative. That's just what it is. So we need an anti-translator, which would be Toxic Tom, baby. Hey, shout out to Def King. Appreciate you.
That we kind of hit that stuff, but that's the only thing that's different. And then when we get to training camp, you do it again. So some of the young players are spinning a little bit right now. Like, it's moving fast for them because we don't set the installation to them. We set it to the veterans, guys like Dak, CD, Deron Bland, Demo, players like that, Malik Hooker, and the rooks have to get caught up. But they'll hear the same information when we get to training camp in pretty much the same exact order.
Appreciate you for the stars.
Joe White,
back home.
You talked a little bit about Clayton Adams. He participated in the Accelerator program for coaches. How has he taken that next step, and what are your expectations for him?
Who's the other receiver that got paid?
I think number one.
Post his name so I can look it up.
Very deserved. Very deserving that he was there. I think the NFL is doing a great job with that, of getting the right people there, and Clayton certainly deserves it. You can't watch him run a offensive unit meeting and not be impressed with his command, his leadership, his personality. I think where he's really grown is it's been fun for me, Joe, to watch him do the pass install. I think if you would have asked him last year that he was going to do the pass install, he probably would have maybe thrown up in his mouth a
Anti-translator,
little bit.
man.
But
Drake
he's
London,
up there
okay, we
just,
know Drake got paid.
ripping it, and it's been really, really cool to see. And so he's evolving as a coach, but I also think a lot like how I was challenged by Pete Carroll a few years ago. Like I'm challenging Clayton in that regard. Like, hey, what do you really believe in, man? Like, and I think I see that coming out in him, each and every time he gets up in front of the group, and the respect that our players have for Clayton Adams is unmatched.
You talk a little about the disguise element of Christian Parker's defense. Obviously, that doesn't happen overnight. How does that start to formulate right now? What are the steps taken, and how do you build a disguise defense?
Yeah, again, there's different ways to do it. I mean, some teams, they show, they'll show a 3-high shell, and then they'll move back to a shell-based quarters, cover 2, whatever it is. Some guys starting a shell-based, and they go down to the 3 deep. What I like about our system is everything comes out of that umbrella look, and I think the key is the more the defense moves quickly, that gives the quarterback more information. We're always looking for tells. Hey, this guy gives the tell if they're clouding that side or what they're doing, the understanding in the way that he and Derek Ansley, Ryan Smith, and those guys are teaching not just the corners, the secondaries, but the linebackers with Scott Simons and Shadera. The mannerisms matter, because if the weak side linebacker, or the dime as we call him, if he's giving away the fact that the safety's coming down, well, guess what? It doesn't matter how good the disguise is in the back half, because the linebacker's telling Dak or whoever what coverage it's going to. So it truly is a full unit that has to be
They don't have
aligned,
it up
and
yet.
that's what I see so far.
Mac. Mac Engel, Fort Worth Star Telegram. I have 2 questions. I've heard coaches and front office people say in the past that if a player's going to turn into a really good player, you're going to know by year 3. I don't know if you agree with that saying or not, but if you did, where does Tyler Guyton sort of fit in that trajectory as he's developed?
Yeah, I think I think it's different, to be honest with you. I think, usually you have a pretty good sense by year 3. But I was around Rich Gannon when he was a backup in Kansas City, year 6 or 7, been through Minnesota, different places. And next thing you know, the guy's playing in Super Bowls and winning MVPs. And each position's different. That's a quarterback. What I will say with Tyler is, Tyler understands the importance of this year.
What's the guarantees? I'm trying to look at the guarantees.
We're going to make Tyler earn it. Tyler and Nate Thomas right now are competing to start at left tackle. Why? Because we think that that's going to get the best out of Tyler Guyton and the best out of Nate Thomas. And Tyler's biggest thing is the consistency has not been there. Very talented, maybe one of the most athletic, big men I've ever been around, with his ability to kick, slide, punch, move, run. But there's got to be more consistency, and that's been the challenge that he's been working extremely, extremely hard on. And I was in here the other day, and Saturday morning I had to stop in and get a couple things, and there was really 2 guys in the building, Phil Maffa and Tyler Guyton.
Oh, 31 guaranteed. 50. Okay.
Back off. You've been in football now forever, and you've heard all this noise about this franchise, and specifically Jerry Jones, and you come here, you live it, now you're the head coach, and you hear all these things that are said about him, at him. Sometimes it's not too flattering. Now that you've been on the outside and inside these different jobs, what do you make of
Man, speaking to the mic, man.
Again,
who's that talking?
The reason why this franchise hasn't won a Super Bowl is because of that.
Yeah, and again, I'm a huge Jerry Jones fan. I don't say that because he hired me. I don't say that because he could fire me tomorrow if he doesn't like my comments. I'm just a huge fan of him. He loves the Dallas Cowboys. He loves the National Football League. He really works incredibly hard to get it right. I think he's probably the best listener I've ever been around. Like, I've said things in meetings, and a month or 2 later, I've said something. He's be like, "Well, that's not what you said," and I was like, "Uh-oh, you're right. I didn't say that." But again, at the end of the day, the Cowboys haven't won championships, but there's been a lot of people involved in that, and we're trying to fix it. But I'm a huge Jerry fan. And I do think that some of the criticism that he takes, it comes with the territory, just like when you're a head coach, it comes with the territory. But at the end of the day, what he's brought to this organization, what he's brought to the impact that he has, is really cool for me. I'm gonna
God
go
damn,
off
you
tangent
might
for
as
a
well,
minute, but
you
like,
might as well
we had
get a
Legends Day
room with
last week.
Jerry.
Don't know
Yeah.
if you guys knew that on Friday. Incredible turnout again, over 30-something, 35 guys were here. And to hear those guys, a lot of their admiration for Jerry was really cool, and what he's done for them that no one wants to talk about and no one probably needs to know away from the game of football. That tells you a lot about the man himself. So it was a great turnout, and it was cool for me to visit with different past legends. Mark Stepnoski said something really, really cool. He talked about how hard it was the last time he ever took off his pads, and who that really impacted the most, it impacted a lot of our guys, was Dak Prescott. Because it's real. Like, you take your pads off and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm done. I'll never play this game again. If you're a tennis player, yeah, you can go beat the ball around a little bit. You can go basketball play, shoot free throws. But like in our game, once you hang them up, you never can put them back on.
One quickie, Tommy.
Oh, pause.
That's Cowboys.com. You mentioned the 50% portion of you being in the defensive rooms.
Shout out, been listening to us, man. Pause, man.
Practice settings. How can you grow as a play caller, seeing a different look defense compared to what you saw last year, just evolving your offense?
Yeah, I think I'm trying to evolve all the time. I'm studying a bunch of defenses, but listening to Christian and the way they teach their coverages is helping me understand math. Everything that they say defensive is about changing the math. They want to add a guy here, which again is great for one side of the defense, but on the other side they're weak. And so learning another system, and a system that I have a ton of respect for, having played Vic and just listening to CP coach has been great for me. But at the same time, I'm constantly studying the league. I'm studying some of the top defensive minds in football and trying to figure out why they're good. Because if we don't evolve offensively, which we will, if we don't evolve offensively, then the league's going to catch up to us, and we're not going to let that happen.
Right.
Good?
Good? One more.
Oh, okay.
One more.
Brian Sadies of The Athletic. You mentioned being able to work with the defense more this year. Most of your career, you've had offensive positions, but your first year here in 2022, you worked with Dan Quinn quite a bit as an analyst. How much did that year help you more, develop an understanding for defensive football and just that side of the ball at the NFL level?
Yeah, I loved it, number one. I thought it was great, but I think, my personality side is one where, wherever I'm sitting, I'm always trying to learn, and I'm always trying to add, value or information. So one of the cool things for me, and I did this last year, I did it probably too late, is add my expertise as an offensive coach. So I try to explain things when CP or the defensive coach are up there talking. Here's why we're doing this.
Right,
here's why we're moving this tight end to create a advantage for us in the run game or whatever it is. And so I loved my time under DQ and those guys working over there. But at the end of the day, it's been a lot of expertise looking through my pops' old playbooks, going to Steelers versus Browns games back in the late 80s and things like that. I learned a lot about football as well.
All right.
Thanks, guys. See you down there.
All right, now good situation. All right, so with those who are tuning in for the very first time, my name is Law Nation. Without hesitations nor deviations to the matter, on your way in, hit that like button and share this content. And we go over some of the things that he said. Now, shout out to Schottenheimer, Hootenheimer, or Primetimer, however you want to call him. I really, really enjoy his conversations, and he's just like that in real life, by the way. So I don't know whether or not I'm a good guy, bad guy, or in-between guy, because it's always, hey, Law, man, I love your podcast, man. You do a great job. So I don't know whether or not if that is real or if that is like one of the tongue-in-cheek things that he do. Now, I would love to see him at least excoriate somebody, but he don't do that. So shout out to Schottenheimer. He's a real good, bubbly guy, and I don't think that what Jerry Jones said when he hired him, that he said that he saw a lot of times that Schottenheimer bit his lips or bit his tongue before speaking, right? So I don't see that side of Schotty. And it just may, or it could just be me, but overall, collectively speaking, I got him in this tier. If it's coaching-wise, I got Schottenheimer right now in a tier just above of the Clapper, right? Jason Garrett. He's a tier above Jason Garrett. Now, is he above Mike McCarthy? Personality-wise, I will give him that, right? X's and O's, Jimmy and Joe's, I don't know. To me, Mike McCarthy was just a little too passive, right? And he didn't stand on the ground that he walked on with firm ability of saying that, hey, I'm Mike McCarthy. I'm going to run this thing, and what I say go. I didn't get that variations or versions of Mike McCarthy. Now that we got Schottenheimer, I can say that at least going into this season, going into his second season, he should have more control now, right? Because of the simple fact that he handpicked Christian Parker and he stood on the table and said, okay, let's bring in this guy and let me learn from the youth. That will be my only thing. So it's still a wait and see. Although a part of me in my heart, that's why I gave you, a lot of times last year people were saying, hey, Law, when you going to get him out of that 5.5 out of 10, right? We seen you shaking his hand and everything. And I got up to 7, then I got back down to 5.5. So this season, Schottenheimer, I hope that I can have a trust factor that I can say, Schottenheimer, I believe in him, and I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10, or I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. And, baby, depending on how we start and how we work these things out, it could be a flat-out 10 out of a 10. But I'm just going to wait and hold back before I go into those details there. Give me your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen that's listening. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, where are you guys with Schottenheimer right now? Where are you guys, right? Where are you guys? I want to know. But now going to this news, of this breaking news, Christian Watson, $100 million. I know that people said over like right at 50 is guaranteed, but man, he never had 1,000 yards in one season. One can argue that Christian Watson is more of your third or second wide receiver option. You never identified him as your number one wide receiver, by the way. So we're going to see. James E. says, shout out to you on the Facebook side, says 8. Appreciate you, Travis. Treacherous 1. Is that Nero or Negro? Let me know. All right, and then you got 8 out of 10 from Jamario. Appreciate you. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. Let me talk to him. All right, Law, what it do? What the business is? Word on the street. Oh, my bad, wrong. Oh, my bad, wrong. I'm telling my age and my era, too. Law, what's good? With the notifications I haven't gotten in YouTube in like 2 weeks. Man, YouTube has got a war against me or something, man. But shout out to you and the tube, man. We're going to still grind it out. 6, 5.5 or 6 from Seabass, 6 from my guy DP. Lee, what's good with you on the Facebook side? Appreciate you. 5, still nice guy, though. All right, so he's right in the middle. He's right in the middle. Lonnie says Romeo Dobbs, man, is better than Watson. And I'm not going to have any rebuttal on that. It's just that any time we play against them damn Green Bay Packers, we just never at full strength. Either we're timid, we're shy, we don't take. Whenever we play the Green Bay Packers again this season, I want us to stump a mud hole in them. I can't stand the Green Bay Packers. I can't stand the color. I can't stand that green, that yellow, or that whatever you want to call it, gold. I can't stand their logo. I can't stand their weather. I can't stand where they located at. I can't stand anything and everything about Green Bay, right? And I just want to beat them boys down, right, as much as possible. And I can't wait for us to see them boys. And I want Parsons at his full strength, by the way. I don't want no relapse, no setback, none of this stuff. I left my helmet. I want to beat the brakes off of Green Bay. And it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. Let me say this again. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. We beat down the 49ers. We beat down the Green Bay. If we beat down any of these teams going into the 2026 season, we beat the brakes off the Rams. You know what they going to say? Oh, man, here go these Cowboys. This must be their damn Super Bowl, right? No. This is just who we are. We want to beat them boys down. It's got to be a point where we got to pause and just look back at life and say, let us hype our guys up. That's why I'm mad at Clarence, not Clarence, but Calvin, one of the brothers, Calvin Watkins. I'm mad at him right now, Do you think it's too much hype? That's bullsugar. All of the 31 other teams can hype up their coaching staff, can hype up their draft picks, can hype up their players, can hype up their season. But for us, we got to walk around docile. We got to walk around asking for permission to just get crunk about our own team. That's crazy. I want us to hype up our team because that can roll over to the real season. We should be hyped about Kenny Clark. We should be hyped about Quentin Williams. We should be hyped about Caleb Downs. Damn it, we should be hyped about Christian Parker. Right? So at this point, damn if you do, damn if you don't. So let's be hyped because they're going to talk bad about us, and they always say, hey, man, when you're playing against the Cowboys, we are the real rivalries, blah, 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 blah. Everybody give the Cowboys their best shot. Everybody. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I look at it like, man, we got 31 rivalries, because when we lose the 3-ladder, the 4-ladder network, they poke at us, they excoriate us, they spit upon us. And then even when we win, they say, well, can you do it again? This is just a regular season. They check out in December and January. Y'all know how it goes. So, damn it, I want us to come full-fledged on all of these people and make sure my make sure all their kids don't grow. Oh, my bad, wrong episode, y'all. Let me tap back out of this. But it is for what it is. We shouldn't be timid and we shouldn't be walking around scared. All right, so let's look at Christian Watkins. This is going to fall right into the conversational piece. Should we or should we not? Now, definitively, I didn't know that the brother is 27 years of age. God dog. George Pickens, 24, 25, right? And they played almost the same length of years. That's crazy. All right, so his first year, 41 receptions, 611 yards. His second season, 28 catches. I think somebody in the audience can catch 28 footballs, right? For 422 yards, right? And then in 2024, he had 29 receptions, 620 of them. Man. And then just last season, 35 catches for 611 yards, man. That's crazy. To get $100 million, don't you know $100 million, God dog? I mean, he averaged less than 50 catches. One can argue, quick math, he averaged right at 36 catches a season. He catches the football 36 times on average, and he's getting the man got his own money. He's getting $100 million. He got paid $31 million today. Boy, we picked the wrong professions in life, man. And he's a one-trick pony, in my opinion, right? $100 million. Look, I'm not mad at him, man. I'm not hating the game. But God dog, Christian Watson, what's good? Hook a brother up, man. It's crazy. So 4-year contract. I don't know if this is the updated version, but it's the 4-year contract. $110 million with contract with Green Bay. $31 million of the signing bonus on average an average annual salary of $27.6. Watson earned a base of $3.4 million, a workout $500,000 carryover, while the cap hit ain't nothing but $6.3 million, right? Which will, I guess, count against the cap 2.1%. You know, so basically, this is a good situation for him. He didn't get sullied. He didn't get ripped apart. They didn't talk bad about him. We just woke up one day and the guy got $31 million. On top of that, $50 million guaranteed, $110 million total. Way overpaid, man. I can't even get it out, man. So with that being said, oh my goodness. I know how y'all feel about David Mulugeta. I know how you guys feel about, to a degree, George. I know how y'all feel about that. The market is moving upwards. George Pickens, without if I'm not mistaken, Green Bay had quarterbacks over there, right? George Pickens had Sierra Husband and Tiny Hands Pickett throwing him the ball, right? And Justin Fields, right? And he still had better numbers in a system that we know that it was cold up there in Pittsburgh. You know how it went over there. They were still pretty much a run-first system because that's how the head coach kind of like to run things there. He's about to get paid money. And I don't know why the Cowboys still try to fight this argument of let's just see if he can do it again next year. Let's just see if we can franchise. The only reason why I'm perturbed about this franchise tag is because of prorations. Outside of that, if the next collective bargaining agreement can put some stipulations whereas you can still prorate the franchise tag or prorate some of the money, not all of it, or do something where it's a split situation, then I can agree with the franchise tag. Because I get both parties. I get that you only had one season with George Pickens. You have a little reservations. You know that you are strapped for cash because you don't spend a lot of cash. We ranked 32nd or 31st in cash spent. That's something that you can look up on yourself, Cowboys Nation. Just take my word for it. And on top of that, you can look at it from this perspective that technically I agree within the principle of putting George Pickens on the franchise tag. I agree with that part of it. It was a wise move for the Cowboys to put the non-exclusive too and say, okay, if you want to dance with my client, you got to pay us two first-round draft picks. We can negotiate something beyond that. I feel when teams said, you know what, we are not finna do all of that for George Pickens. Like, nah, man, we ain't finna do all that. We ain't finna. Teams did their best on not picking up the phone and calling the Cowboys about George Pickens. Now, we could talk about this could be collusion amongst the NFL with David Mulugeta and all of this stuff. I get all of that. I get the principle of the franchise tag. But what I don't like is where it hurts us. Let me see how much money we got now to spend. I'm going to go to over the cap. And let's see where we are at. Let me log in. You got a up, down, left, right. A, B, select, start. Put the passcode in. All right. And I got the passcode in over the cap. I'm going to pull this up. Bear with me. Cowboys Nation, appreciate you guys so much for your love and adulations. Boom. And we in there. All right. So how much dollars we got? All right. We got $8. Okay. We did all of that fuss. We got $8. And if I'm not mistaken, Jordan Love got paid $250 million as well. Right. And I'm not mistaken that they got a running back over there that got paid big money. I think he's gone to jail somewhere. And I have the 3-letter, the 4-letter, the the number networks. Did they talk about their running back over there? I don't think so, right? I don't even hear topic matters, because if the same running back, what's his name, over there in Green Bay land, was a former Cowboy and went to Green Bay, that would have been on the headline news, right? But if that same running back was here in Dallas, oh my goodness, we'll be talking about, hey man, domestic violence, man. We'd have had Minicamp and the other Molly. They would have hired Molly back and put her back on ESPN so that she could start crying, right? You know, they would have had everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, Tupac, and Biggie talking about domestic violence, right? And what's his name? Josh Jacobs. Are they talking about that on the 3-letter, the 4-letter networks? And I know I'm not making fun of any domestic violence, but man, it seems as if though it only counts when it's with the Cowboys.
At Angie_Rebelchicks $9.99. Why are fans comfortable with GP getting tagged multiple times? I hear them saying it a lot, rolling off their tongue like a lollipop. Okay, back to work. I go victory hand medium dark skin tone.
Yeah, man, appreciate you for the $9.99 for the Oxnard fund. I appreciate you that. Why? I think because we've been starved, very starved of playoff appearance too. It's been 2 years, right? And it's been 30 years collectively. 30 years is a long time. And whatever something sounds what's best for the team, people roll on that. And people forget that these are human beings, right? And the first thing is they say, hey, don't look at other players' money. Just look at what they got to see from where they are at. The problem is that the NFL is not for long. $30 million, we're going to round that $28 to $30 million to us is everything. Most of us wish to go into the grave with just $500,000 at retirement, right? Like you can save all your money up until you retire. And most people retire between $500 to $1 million if they've been putting money in a Roth account and, 401ks and stuff like that. They get this stuff every Friday or every Tuesday. That's what they get in their checking account every Tuesday, right? Some of these players. So I get it. Common folks versus millionaires, and now it's millionaires versus billionaires, right? And what's happening is that people look at it like it's their money, because it's our pain when we don't win games and we don't go far into the playoffs and do things about lifting up a Lombardi trophy. So it's a shared emotional experience, and people look at George Pickens and say, man, he's selfish. Man, he need to be on time for these damn meetings. Man, he need to be acting right. He need to be a model citizen on the sideline. He don't need to be asking for the football when it don't go his way. He need to complete his route. And they don't contextualize that these are human beings, right? The 3 games in 12 or 13 days, that took a toll on them. Now, I know it sounds like bevies of excuses, but we are also appreciate you, Thomas Garrett Jr. for the Oxnard Fund, man. Yes, indeed. I give me a soda and some French fries with that, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. So people tend to look at it from that perspective, and they lean on Jerry's side. And they look at David Mulugeta as the enemy. Right? But it'll be hard-pressed to explain how Christian Watson is making more and more money than George Pickens, and everybody's saying, be patient, Pickens. Your time will come. But if he tweak a knee or if his back start hurting, or if they roll with the narrative that he's not on time, they sully and they denigrate his name, he would never see that money. So he's in a hard spot, in a tough battle because of the perceived notion of who he is, right? So that's just for what it is. Unfortunately, and low-key, we really don't give a damn if he get paid or not. We just want to see him play. That's the other hard truth to it, right? So the Cowboys make everything political, and they slow to pay. And now, for us speaking truths, we become bad guys too, right? Because there will be a segment of people to say, hush, can we talk about this? Can we talk about that? But my thing is right here. If I'm telling you that there's a 95% chance that it's going to rain, and you telling me that it's negative for me to bring up the 95% chance of rain, and I should be telling y'all that it's a 5% chance that it don't rain, but I'm telling you, go get your poncho, go get your umbrella, go get you a hat at least, and wear some clothes because it's about to get wet. And water is wet, by the way. Law, stop all of that. But my goal is to tell you. Now, that 95% chance of rain is very much so possible with George Pickens running a route, and he's sitting there saying, hey, it's cool. I get it. I never made $28 million in 1 year. But damn it, I'm better than Christian Watkins. Damn it, I'm better than Waddle. I'm better than Alex Pears. And these boys running the same routes and on a different tape and making more money than me. But law shouldn't be about money. But if I twist my ankle and if I go down and if I don't have the stats to prove that I'm worthy of this, who's going to pay me? But then there are people that will sit back and say, well, the quarterback did it. The quarterback played under these circumstances. Well, quarterback, especially like Kirk Cousins and them, they have more control. They can sit back and they distribute the ball. The damn wide receiver is codependent on the play caller plus the kind of caliber of quarterback that you have, right? So what George Pickens is banking on is, yes, I can bet on myself, but I also got to bet on the quarterback to make sure that he can solidify the bet. Because George Pickens, as it relates to him running routes, if I'm throwing him the ball, that's going to take away his money because I can't throw like Dak. So that's why he was saying, basically, hey, if it's voluntary, I don't have to show up. I got training camp. You start making excuses, right? You start making out, hey, I can't make it. But last season, and that's where you can tell the heart is where it's really at, because a lot of people don't like this variations of content, right? I can't be nothing else but real with you guys. And the realism is, last year, he could have set up them same training camps. Last year, he could have had other things that he had to go to. But last year, he was under the principles of this team loved me and this team cares about me. And if it's voluntary, I'm there because it's mandatory that I got to be there to build that relationship, to build that rapport with the other contemporaries. He could have sat out last year too on when it was voluntary, but he was there. So that destroys the whole framework of the argument that it's just voluntary, right? No, it's something personal. But that is things that people don't want to talk about. You get what I'm saying? All right. So with that being said, shout out to mandatory camp when it's need to be there. And and I know they got certain rules and stuff like that, but if I'm the leader of this team, we have one heartbeat, one drum. And the beat of my heart would be, hell, these are the schedules, whether it's voluntary, mandatory, whatever it is. Damn it, I want y'all to be here. All of my leaders, y'all going to be here. Hey, I'm about to get married. Hey, you can put that wedding date on another time. It's all about all of the leaders being here right now. Because I want to win. And my voice and the leadership voice need to be here. So no, it's not voluntary. It's all mandatory. Because this is how you win. Extra time, extra work, putting it in blood, sweat, and tears as a unit. Law, do you have any tropes to this? Yes. A guy was minding his own business, and he saw the great magnitude of how people was gravitating to this particular person. And he said, man, let me go run down there and go work with him. So he ran down there to go work with him, and he says, yeah, I want to do what you're doing because you are the leader. Well, stop what you're doing and come follow me. Yeah, but man, I got to bury my dad, man. He just passed away. Hey, man, let the dead bury the dead. Because if you're going to roll with me, hey, it's mandatory that you stop what you're doing and let's roll with me because we all fighting for one cause. Hey, man, I ain't dedicated like that, man. And low key, man, F you, man. I got to bury my dad, man. I don't care about that stuff. You know, that's some cold, hard stuff to tell somebody, right? Hey, Law, do you have any other tropes to this? Yes. There was another rich young roller. Had all the Ferraris, had the Maybachs, had the ladies, had everything known to men. Hey, I want to do what you're doing. I want to be just like you. Hey, man, stop what you're doing, man. Cash out all of them cars, man. Get rid of the ladies, man. Hey, put those wagons down and them sandals over, man. Yeah, man. Come follow me. Stop what you're doing. And y'all dedicated like this? Yes, man. Sure. Man, I can't give up these 304s, man. I'm going to let you, I see you on the other end, man. Maybe we can work something out next time around. But, man, I can't get rid of my 304s and the Ferrari, the Maybach. Yes. I see you on the next flip around, man. Chase, that's how dedicated you got to be. You got to be rooted into this thing because the teams that's winning, you go back and you listen to the off-season stories. Hey, man, we all rallied together. And I love how this all goes down to this. No excuses, man. Yeah, we had to come and go, no excuses, man. I had the daughter graduation. I had to cut that short. I had the picnic funeral and all of this stuff. Man, I had to cut it short, man. I was dedicated. I was locked in. I put up from sun up to sundown, man. When they was telling me to only go 2 more reps, I gave them 5, That's just for what it is, If you're willing to die for it, sweat for it, you got to go out there and get it. That's just how it is. In the words, I believe. When that dude said this right here, he meant it, Yeah, hold on.
No days off. No days off.
None of them. No days off. There's no coach in the last, 20, 30 years got more than Bill. That brother, he done cheated. He done scandaled. He done did anything and everything possible to win. He done took off from his lady and his kids and everything. He wanted to win. But what it goes to show you is that if you win now, you can always win later. Because with all of the stuff and accolades that he did, he said, you know what? After I hang him up, I can always go holler at a female later on down the stretch. I think he's with a whole nother lady. You know what I'm saying? There's twice the youngest of the age of him. You know what I'm saying? So it was no days off. And I guess he might have to get some days off now to handle all of what he got going on. But neither here nor there, Cowboys Nation. All 3 vehicles have to be blue. Ice cold Cowboy, appreciate you, man. Cowboys gear 24/7. Indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Damn, YouTube hate me. None of my perks are working. Dog Newhouse, man, write a letter to YouTube, man. Let them know that, man, I'm over here. I'm trying to get some information from Law, and I'm not getting anything, right? Another thing that I like to point out in this presser of what Schottenheimer was saying is the simple fact that Christian Parker is a guy that's a hard worker. I think that Christian Parker understands the cost too. First one in, last one to leave. You can't outwork him. And his resume precedes him, right? So I do like that aspect of it. I think that we got us a great person that can really teach us. And then he was talking about math and equations and stuff like that. Here's what I do like about what he said on all of this. He's using borrowed credibility from the Saints of Kellen Moore in establishing that. I do like the fact that we're going to have joint practices, not just with one team, but with multitudes of teams. So we're going to have the joint practice with the New Orleans Saints, and then we're going to have the joint practice with the Rams. From a standpoint from build-wise, we are very similar to the Rams. Not the same, but we are very similar to the Rams. And we have been for a while. They got a veteran quarterback. They got wide receivers, but we haven't executed like the Rams, right? And if anything can show us that you can be one team one year and another team the next year, is the same team in that division, the Seattle Seahawks. I don't know how far apart we are. As a Cowboy fan in me, I want to say that we are better than the Seahawks and the Rams. But the realism is that they are probably, as of June the 4th, they are probably a tier ahead of us, one tier. But a lot can change during the offseason. You can pick the brains of what they do from a structured base, right? We know that from a financial piece, that the Rams, they spend more, they do better things as it relates to they hit on their draft picks better than we did in the last 4 or 5 years. I get all of that. But collectively, they're not that far apart from us. And if anything can give us hope, don't shank me with the butter knife, will be the Seattle Seahawks. Will be the Seattle Seahawks. No one had the Seattle Seahawks outside of my guy, Eric, that's in the chat sometimes, going to the Super Bowl. Just like that, they changed some things. I was looking at some footages of some clips. Who remember there was a shootout, like a Texas Hold'em style? Shout out to you, Too Cool, for the super chat, 1524. Phone lines today. Yeah, appreciate you. Phone lines will be open. But I want you guys to go back and look at that game when we had a shootout versus the Seattle Seahawks. I think it was 2023. Dak put up over 40 points on them. And I think that they had some of the base of their team the same. But you know what they did? Instead of complaining about this and that, I think Geno Smith was in that game. He's no longer there. When you look back at it, Jackson Smith and Jigba, I think that was his rookie year. He was there because he scored a touchdown. DK Metcalf killed us. Y'all remember Bland got toe up in that damn game. They had Lockett and all of them boys. But guess what? Their defense was terrible. Now, when you look back at it, a few years removed, their defense is creme de la creme. It can happen. It may not happen as fast as you want it, but look at how they were able, less than 3 years, turn things around on defense. We can do the same, my brothers and sisters. Yeah. So, Christian Watson just signed a 4-year, $110 with Green Bay. Too much, Jay. That's crazy. And he's a glorified, maybe on a good day, a number 2 wide receiver, but I see him as a 3. right? And I hope his agent is not watching, but because we got some business things together. But I see him as a 3. It's just for what I can say. All right. All right. Let's listen to a few of these topics. We'll open up phone lines and beyond. But let's listen to this right quick. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all.
John Machota here, and he has ranked for you the Cowboys position groups.
Yeah.
Top position group of the Cowboys is
wide receiver.
Wide receiver?
It's got to be, right? You got 2 top 10 wide receivers.
I mean, what about your quarterback, dude?
Well, they have
and I got to say this. Yeah, 27 a year. If you're looking at Christian Watson, and if you're comparing Christian Watson to GP, they ain't in the same realm, right? Now, Christian Watson been on a team that's been very successful as far as for what they were able to do against us and things of that nature. But I just want to say that these are 2 different wide receivers. And on top of that, the difference is cash. Toxic Tom can explain that like no other. Cash is the difference. Even though he's $27 million a year, he walks away with $31 million, right? For this year, straight up, right? And we talking about 27, 28 for Pickens. Even that alone is $3 million more, right? So now, or $3 to $4 million more, give or take, when you add in taxes and all this other stuff. But when you start to think about the other side of it, right? The total value of 110. That's crazy. And this is an extension. So it is for what it is. Watson, and then Too Much J says Watson never healthy. That's another thing. That's another thing. And he only averaged 30 to 35 catches a year. I'm thinking about Hoodie Kush, man. We get you in shape, man. We roll you out there, man. You know, if you can average just 30 catches, man. 30 catches.
Quarterback that's a top 10 player.
Why are you gonna? You don't. If you have 2 quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks, bro.
Well, if you have 2 top 10 quarterbacks, I've got 2 top 10 quarterbacks, baby.
Are you trolling, Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Heck yeah, I am, dude.
I thought so.
Having a damn good time doing it.
I do think quarterback's probably in the top 3.
On both sides.
Well, it's like, would you rather have 2 top 10 wide receivers or 1 top maybe 7 or 8 quarterback?
If Dak were a top 3 quarterback, I'd take him over the wide receivers. I just don't think he is.
I mean, there's a case to be made that Dak's like top 5 quarterback.
I think he's in that 5 to 8 range.
All right. Oh, I love this. Name the quarterbacks. Like, it's easy to say, oh, yeah. Dak is not a top 5 quarterback. All right, so name the quarterbacks. You know, yeah, no, it's not. And I don't want to hear people say, oh, well, Sam, because he won a Super Bowl. Sam Darnold is better than Dak. No. Name me the quarterbacks. You know, it's just simple. Just put the names by, Dak is the number 10th quarterback, right? Name me the quarterbacks.
When he's like playing at his peak.
Would you rather go into a game with Lamb and Pickens and Milton at quarterback, or you're throwing to Flanoy and whoever the hell else, but Dak's playing quarterback?
No, I mean, I'd still rather have that.
I mean, as much as I'm trolling, I think ultimately,
no, I get that. You could put your
stands.
quarterback at 1 if you wanted to. I just think if we're just talking about like what's the best position group, I think the wide receiver group's better than anybody in football. I don't know that quarterback's better than anybody in football.
But Schroeder did put the QB at number 2, and they did get an upgrade at backup. Sam Howell, a guy that's probably started 15, 20 games or so in his career, but still, I think they did the right thing at wide receiver. We go to John Machota here.
And they didn't give me all of it. All right, because they talked about Dak and his like I'm going into this season, and I said this earlier before the season kicked off, is that every quarterback is better than Dak, because that's just the thing, right? We got caught up in numbers and stuff like that. It doesn't matter how much I can pull side by side of Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, or to any quarterback that played more than 5 to 10 years, that this quarterback numbers over a period of time is better, right? But I get it. Stafford, everybody is better than Dak Prescott. I almost forgot my stance. Yeah, everybody's. If I get added to a team tomorrow, I'm better than Dak. Come on, man. Everybody's better than Dak, because that's just for what it is. everybody. Trey Lance, Joe Milton, everybody.
Number 3, Tyler Guyton and the left tackle position. Going into his 3rd NFL season, Tyler Guyton has started 21 games, missing significant time due to injuries. He's also missed some crucial times during the offseason because of injuries, which hasn't helped him in terms of getting the reps he needs to continue to develop. In this offseason, Guyton is healthy and has another chance to be able to get through a full offseason, but Brian Schottenheimer's compete every day mantra is something that applies to every position group, and Guyton will need to show that he can continue to hold down the spot. They've got Nate Thomas behind him. They obviously drafted Drew Shelton, who is thought to be a swing-capable player. But Thomas is a guy who's got inside-outside flexibility. Guyton's biggest thing has just been, for me anyway, especially last year, just being healthy, like what was referencing. I thought he showed improvement last year. This wasn't a Mozzie situation where Mozzie looked like year 1, year 2, same disinterested player out there on the football field. Guyton looks like he's getting better, like he's, playing with a competitive spirit, like he's not, dropping his head. He's holding his head up whenever things go wrong. So I thought there were year 2 improvements there. It's frustrating if they can't count on you to be out there and to be on the field. How would you...
No doubt. Shout out to Sadiqa Charles. Thank you so much for the PayPal. And we thank you. She's saying 40 in the chat. So salute to Sadiqa Charles for your support, your love, and adulations. And yes, we're going to give those to the girls who graduated. Lauren and London graduated, one from kindergarten, and then the other one going into the grown womanhood. She's going into the 5th grade. So both of those girls graduated. Those are my sweethearts, and Sadiqa Charles did send money over. I appreciate you on that support for the nation. All right. And we thinking about taking some of that and getting them hair braided for the summertime. Y'all know how that goes. Get the hair braided so they can go swim, so they can go playing and don't have to worry about hair, right? So if you part of the melanated community and you got girls, I didn't know. I grew up with all boys, man. We didn't know. My mama didn't really do her hair like that. She had the straight hair and all of this stuff. But now that I got girls, Lord have mercy on anybody raising girls. I thought, you get a haircut 30 minutes to an hour, and when you're in the chair for an hour getting your haircut, you sitting there like, come on, man, stop holding me hostage. But for girls, that's an all-day event. That's 3-4 hours. And I ain't talking about the prep work before that time frame. So I'm just going to let y'all know, if I ever see a woman with a low haircut or with like one of them things whereas they just rocking it like a fade or something like that, I understand. I never, ever knew that the ladies from the melanated community take that damn long to do their hair. I just never know. I just never knew it, So, hey, shout out to y'all ladies. That's why y'all be at the hair salon. And y'all have no choice to talk about us fellas, man. So, yes, indeed. Oh, my goodness. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it, man. We're going to talk about my guy. Hold on a few seconds. No girls for me. I dodged 3 bullets, man. Yeah. You're back in our days, man. Shoot, we get that bowl cut back in the day. Yes, indeed. And now you can't be brutal with kids. Yeah. I remember seeing some of my cousins when they grew up and they had the hot comb and that hot comb get the back of that ear. Or to a point, the mama slapped in the back of her head and say, sit still before I snatch a knot in you. And I said, she just snatched the knot in you. But now you can't do that because you got social media and they could be recording while the mama, stay still, stay still, sit still, and now they call child abuse and all of this stuff. So now you got to have extreme patience and wonderful stuff. But that whole segment is brought to you by Sadiqa Charles. Thank you so much for sending me that $40. Appreciate you so much. Flow State, appreciate you for your support. I just never knew.
We thought about this earlier this week. How would you classify the left tackle? Do you think there's a difference? Did we fight over semantics too much? Is there a difference between...
You all fought about this?
Oh, yeah.
This gave me big time flashbacks to the Michael Irvin show, where they would fight over the definition of a word.
Okay. Definition of the word is.
Yeah.
The job is open, right? So,
by the way, Nick Harris agreed with me.
Nick Harris agreed with, your interpretation, but Nick's wrong, too. How long's Nick been in this business? He doesn't know it. Basically what the argument was over was, I say it's an open competition, wherever. He says, yeah, they're competing for it. He says it's still his job. And I said, no, they're opening it up like no one has the job right now. Yes, if they go out there tomorrow, they have to roll somebody out there, and they would. But they're telling him, this is not your job. You have to go win it. And he says, no, he's got it, and he has to lose it.
I agree with Choppy.
Damn it. Well, y'all are all wrong. That's fine.
Because
Me against the world.
It's Guyton's to lose. Because they want Guyton to win it.
It's Guyton.
I think right. They all want Guyton to win it, right? They might maneuver some things. That's the political side of it. But when I look in the eyes of Nate Thomas, he believed that he's better than Guyton, and I love that. I like what they said. They're going to view this as open competition on both tackles sides of it, but we all know it's Guyton's job to lose. It's Nate Thomas' job to earn to win it. It's Drew Shelton's job to get recognition. I don't think that they'll throw a rookie out there to be your left tackle. I don't think that they would do that. That's grounds to damn near Cowboys malpractice. But if Drew Shelton is like that, then he just like that. But I doubt it if they will gamble the risk of putting a rookie left tackle out there week one to protect your $250 million quarterback. But we've seen crazier things where they put Tyler Guyton out there. But they had no other options. The right side, Terrence Steele. Here's my one saving grace with Terrence Steele. He's damn good run blocker. Probably to this point, your best or your most athletic run blocker on his team. On the right side, right? Tyler Booker can give him a run for his money, but he's not as athletic as Terrence Steele. Our reservations on Terrence Steele is he's a trashy, not calling him trash, but he's a trashy pass pro. Like, come on, man, you're going to have to get better with your jabs. And we've seen Tyron Smith out there working with these boys. Shout out to Tyron Smith. If I'm a betting man, I would have been looking at Tyron Smith like, hey, you might have one more left in you. He's only 34, 35. He's young old. He took a year off, so he'd probably be back into good stuff. I would be lobbying for Tyron Smith to be on the tape and pay him incentive-based contract. Law, why you say that? I saw Andre Whitworth, 40 years old, 41, for the Rams out there. And he's not even half the guy as far as skill set wise. No offense to you, Andre Whitworth, of a Tyron Smith. So I would be figuring that out. You know what I'm saying? I would do that. I would do that. Call me crazy. But sometimes you got to take a year or such off and come back in tip-top shape. Fully healed, by the way. In a system that is really good with offensive line work. Connor Riley and all of those boys, they probably would know how to use Tyron Smith a whole lot better. That's just me wishful thinking, too.
Say to scare him and team competition. Say it's an open competition.
Number 3, Tyler Guyton.
Yeah. Let me
Number one, will George Pickens be in attendance? We already know so far the answer has been no. But it says the story of the Cowboys offseason has been that of the future of wide receiver George Pickens, who had a career best year in his first season in Dallas. OTAs are voluntary, meaning that Pickens' attendance is not required. Brian Schottenheimer has said he's had no assurances that Pickens will be in attendance. Next time that Pickens is contractually required to be present in Dallas's mandatory minicamp, which runs June 16th through the 18th. Have you made up your mind on when you think we're going to see him on a football field?
I haven't made up my mind. I guess it's going to be, the mandatory date.
But he could skip. I mean, he
could. But I even wonder with the PR tour he needs to be on, and the advice that we kind of mocked in an exercise, not mocked negatively, David Mullick would be giving him in terms of, hey, this is what you need to do. One more year. I wonder how other teams view him missing this, and if he missed after this.
Yeah, man, that's so damn hard, man. And it's not fair, to put a microscope over a guy, whereas we've seen people do crazy things in the National Football League, whether it was their fault or not. I remember, I'm old enough to remember Dante Stallworth, I believe his name. He absolutely did somebody end up passing away? Got back into the National Football League, got money, and got a whole bunch of things rolled out for him. We've seen people allegedly punch babies, punch a pregnant woman in the belly, and there was no extensive, hey, should we bring this guy back? We seen people do some stuff, whereas they had multitudes of issues with law enforcement. Right? And they're not held to this degree to get a little pocket change. We done seen players that stay hurt. Waddle stay hurt and got money. Christian Watson just got money. Yeah, Stallworth GTA'd a pedestrian, right? It's to the point that I think Henry Ruggs is about to get out, right? And I'm not saying that the Cowboys should take a look at him, because he shouldn't go play for no Cowboys, by the way, because the storyline gonna be all crazy. But there could be a chance that Henry Ruggs can get back to a team next year, and they don't even hold him to the degree that they hold in George Pickens. George Pickens, comparable to a Terrell Owens, is a saint. Right? Like what are we doing here?
It's like, when should the Boy Scout behavior tour begin? It'd be nice if it was right now. I'm not mad at him. I get it. He's not happy. That I'm sure he's not thrilled. He's playing on the franchise tag, but it couldn't hurt the Good Soldier tour if he was there this week.
No, it could help. I don't think
other teams are sitting around saying Pickens is skipping. Pickens already. Here we go. I don't think that's happening.
I think they think probably like you are here, where it probably right now is just I think a lot of teams would view it through a pragmatic lens and say he didn't get his deal. He's just trying to make a statement. The bigger issue is fines are being incurred. It is something within the rules. Even if we don't like it, he is behaving within the rules. Once you start incurring fines because you're not there for minicamp, or if he shows up to minicamp and training camp and starts doing I got a bad back, or my hamstring's not great, or he's doing something that teams believe that he's not serious about, that he's just making up an injury, then you might see them being a little bit okay, well then see, this is just the guy. He's not even there to compete with his teammates. But I think OTAs, there'd probably be a little bit of slack because of guys think, well, he didn't even get negotiated with. This is a common tactic everybody uses, so we won't give him too much of we won't hit him too hard for this.
Yeah, and then DK Metcalf, he would be considered a great comparable situation, like DK Metcalf. Shout out to my other Mississippi boy. Hey man, it's just crazy altogether collectively when we start to think about this. DP says Tyreek, I'm gonna put allegedly, soccer kicked a pregnant chick and didn't get suspended not once. Yeah, allegedly. Never got suspended once. And before we open up all the way on the phone lines,
the whole Jalen Brunson thing. Where's the bitterness comparison with Luka and Jalen.
Well, let me just say this in short, man. Brunson is doing his thing, and I ain't talking about Lord Brunson. I'm talking about Jalen Brunson. Is doing his thing for what he can do with the Knicks or what have you on their road to success and everything. And like I'm gonna stand 10 toes down. I just can't have the Knicks to win. And even though it appears that the Knicks are on their way, it's just, man, it's come on, football gods. If y'all gonna allow the Knicks to win in the NBA, the NBA gods versus the football gods, come on, man. Y'all gotta look out for us Cowboy fans, man. You know, y'all got to look out for us, man. Y'all got to, man. Don't do us like that, man. You know, because we know what Streaming A. Smith is going to say, right? So, come on, man. And I know that there's a ton of die-hard Knicks fans that's truly die-hard Cowboy fans, too. Like they ain't about that bullshit of just because they're in New York or on the East Coast that they only represent teams in the East Coast. But they've been rocking with the Cowboys and Knicks for all of these years, right? You know, with Patrick Ewing and them damn knee pads look like boats. You know what I'm saying? The sweaty Ewing, right? You know, so I get it. But damn it, that side of the fans that's on the Knicks side, this is the one time I can't stand y'all because I need for y'all to lose. I know how much you guys with blood, sweat, and tears been rooting for y'all boys, even when Starks, you know what I'm saying? And Houston and all of them boys, when they were balling with Davis, I know, I feel y'all. Blame Jordan because I couldn't stand Michael Jordan too, you know, because what he did to my Lakers. But this is different, man. I can't have the Knicks winning. I just can't, man. I can't deal with this, you know. I can't, man. Grandmama, all of them. I can't do it. I just can't say it, you know. Even though there will be one hell of a success story to prove that y'all love and adulation never faltered. And the Knicks do got some nice colors. And the Knicks arena and everything, the historic franchise that it is. And I think if it wasn't for the Knicks, we wouldn't have the coach for the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to talk about what he did with the damn Bills, the Bulls or what have you. But it is for what it is. Spurs went home, man. Spurs is not the underdog. Spurs are the young too. Yeah. But neither here nor there. If you're driving around Dallas and somebody hit you and they somehow have a Knicks license tag and they are, dare I say, from New York and they down here in Dallas, let me tell you who you need to reach out to.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
That's 214 and all threes or 817 and every three that you can dial. Be sure to reach out to our proud partners, Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers, backed by a combined of 100 years of experiences here in the heart of Texas, which is Dallas. Even though everybody moving up out of Dallas, but come on down to our proud sponsors, Frenkel and Frenkel. And if you can't dial that number, visit frankelfirm.com. Let me know if I'm right. Did Phil Jackson play for the Knicks back in the day?
Keep it off the books and keep it coming in. It's the OFC what I'm coming in. The inside caramel just like 100 grand. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for life. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for life. Keep it super thug my way on this side. keep it super thorough my way on this side. Heard you moving funny, had to cut you off. Had some more friends like my brothers.
There is one other participant in the conference. All participants are muted.
All right, I got from the 210 to Cole in the building, man. What's good with you, man?
Hey, Law, listen. I feel your pain. I got 3 daughters, so I'm telling you, my wife, every time come hold them down while I can watch their hair.
Oh yeah. When they were super young, they didn't like their hair getting washed, bro.
No.
I was wondering why they'd be all up under me. I was like, oh, they finna get their hair done. They was all up under me, man. When it's about time to get their hair washed.
Trying to run.
And here's the other thing though, too cool, is that they don't want to get it done, but once it's done.
Oh, they think they're the finest thing in the world. The most beautiful thing in the
You better
with
do
the bees in the hair.
You got to get all 3 of them because the other one gonna be looking at it like, oh, yeah, Lord, man. Yes, indeed. So by you being in San Antonio, down that area, man, what is the temperature like out there, man?
Man, it's about what, 92 out here right now?
No. I'm talking about as far as the Spurs. Are you a Spurs guy or you a Knicks guy?
I'm a Lakers fan.
Oh, you're a Lakers? Okay, yeah. Okay.
I'm a Lakers. I'm originally from Houston, Texas, so I ain't rocking with the Spurs, but nah, I'm a Lakers fan.
Okay, well, good, man. Me and you gonna have to do some things in L.A. then.
Yeah, we can go do something. Pause.
Yeah, pause if necessary, man. Come on, Ocho Cinco. Yeah.
Hey, Law. I think, man, it goes back to what the original conversation was weeks ago.
Right.
When Jackson Smith and Jigma got paid. The conversation was that Dallas was going to have to pay more because of that $40 million he got per year, right?
Right.
But see, this is what I keep trying to tell everybody. You have to pause and understand the logic that's going on right now. The Cowboys would be a fool to pay Pickens without the top receiver from that class being paid. The top receiver from that class was who?
Oh man, what year he was? What year?
It was Drake London.
Drake was okay.
Drake London, Garrett Wilson, Christian Watson, Alec Pierce, Jameson Williams, and George Pickens all came in the same draft.
I'll be damned.
They all came in the same draft.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
It's
So who
right
who the premiums? Who out of those group of guys? If remove Cowboys out of it, who would you want? Somebody said Puka was in that draft too.
Yeah, but Puka not up here right now with the contracts they got right now. Puka was a 5th round pick too.
Ooh, he about to get paid, and I don't blame him because
But you see, but that's the point, Law. That's the point though. The Cowboys would be a damn fool to go and try to match a salary that Jackson Smith and Jigma just got without Drake London being paid, Garrett Wilson only making 32. I already told you, I don't think George Pickens should make over $37 million. He shouldn't make that much more than CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, and Jamar Chase, them 3 receivers in the class by themselves.
But Drake right now getting more money than CeeDee Lamb though. That's the craziest thing.
Yeah. That's only right now because CD getting $34 million right now. That's why I keep saying. Everybody wants George. If we would have paid George Pickens, let's just say he say 39.5 or 40.5, right? Do you understand the number that they're gonna have to pay CeeDee Lamb?
Take your Cowboys hat off right quick. Too cool. Take your Cowboys hat off right now. You now I did like this. You are now in David Mulugeta's mind and body, right? Now you over everything that George Pickens brings to the table. What would be your advice to George Pickens right now? Take your Cowboy fandom off, and you his advisor.
I'm gonna tell him based off the stats. I'm gonna tell him to hold out. This is the only reason why I would tell him to hold out, based off Drake London numbers. See, George Pickens still got 309 more yards than Drake London, and he got less catches than Drake London, 39 catches less than Drake London, right? So when I look at Drake London contract, that's why I always stood on George Pickens should get $37 million. I'm giving him $3 million more than CeeDee Lamb because I know I got to come back and pay CeeDee Lamb.
Right.
You got to put the accolades in there for Jackson Smith and Jigma that he did this year, right? So I'm not saying don't pay George Pickens. I'm just saying he's not resetting the market just because Jackson Smith-Njigba reset the market, right? I think everybody wants Jerry Jones to come in here and say, okay, David Mulligetta wants 41, we're gonna give him 41. No, when you start looking at the 2022 class, all the receivers right now are starting to get signed from the 2022 class. Now, based off what Drake London got, the 35.2, the 35.25 million.
Jackson Smith and Jigba came the year later. I think he came 2023.
Yes, he came in 2023.
Yeah. He's a year later. So that's why the Seahawks were very important with this whole maneuver of like new money, because they extended him because they knew what they had, right? They didn't want to wait for another year.
But not only that though, they don't have money tied up into players like the Cowboys do right now. They don't have a number one over there that's making $33 million. They don't have no quarterback that's getting paid all that damn money like Dak Prescott. So they can go out there and they can spend the money that they spent on Jackson Smith because they just lost 7 starters on defense.
They're a very young team. Yeah, you are right.
So that's why they can do that. Yeah. So when you start looking at the market and you start looking at his draft class, yes, he has outproduced his entire draft class when it comes to yards. When it comes to less receptions, he still got more yards. But him and Drake London are both tied with touchdowns. Right? So it's only 309 yards to separate him and Drake London. But I could also make an argument that Drake London played with a trash-ass quarterback, too, his whole time in Atlanta, too.
Nah, I mean, how many years was Cousins there?
Cousins was there, what, 3? And out of the 3, I think he got hurt. He got hurt that year. They got Michael Penix. Michael Penix came in the last 6 games that started. Then Michael Penix started the year last year, and Cousins rode the bench.
So most of these wide receivers are codependent on who the quarterback is in order for them to get money.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Jackson Smith and Jigba. Go ahead.
Justin Jefferson played with Kirk Cousins.
Facts. That's damn good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So hey, it is for what it is. You know what I'm saying?
But that's why I say, to me, CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, and Jefferson are in a class of themselves, because you could rotate all 3 of them on different teams, and I still feel that all 3 of them have the exact same stats they got right now. Even if you put CeeDee Lamb on the Vikings, put CeeDee Lamb on the Bengals, all 3 of them rotate on 3 different teams, all still have the same amount of stats they got right now. I think those 3 receivers are in a class by themselves. All I'm saying is that, to me, George Pickens just $37 million should have been like the end-all be-all, especially when you're looking at right now, based off him and Drake London's stats together. He's making $1.5 million more than Drake London if I give him that contract right now.
I think that the APY is not the angle of what the issue is. I think the guarantee money and the cash is the issue. I think that, by the way, the Cowboys don't like to spend the cash aspect of it. So that's why they kind of create this problem that they try to say that, hey, there's a problem with this pie because they don't have the cash that they can spend. And the only reason, and I know that, like you said, they got to worry about paying CeeDee Lamb now. They got to worry about paying these other guys this contract that's due, like Quentin Williams. We got to worry about paying that. And then just based off of what this year can bring, they got to worry about looking at Kenny Clark's contract too, on whether or not they're going to keep him and keep some of the framework together. So the problem is with the Cowboys, they shouldn't have paid Ferguson. There's no way that you can make out a reason to pay him, and there's no way that you can make out a reason that they paid some of these guys too. So they're going to have to learn how to will and deal.
From a business standpoint, if I'm looking at the stats right now, and I know Drake London was the first receiver taken in 2022, right? And I know George Pickens went in the second round. As an owner and a GM, I'm waiting for somebody from the 2022 class, at least one of those top receivers, get paid. Once that top receiver get paid, I know where my starting point is at. See, everybody want Jerry to rush in there and say, okay, this is a contract right now. Because I guarantee you, if Jerry Jones would have paid, if he would have paid George Pickens $41 million, the next big topic would have been George Pickens get $41 million, Drake London get 35, and these are the stats right here. See, again, I'm not taking up for Jared, but he's in a lose-lose situation always, because everybody gonna say he overspent. Same shit with Dak. He paid Dak, he overspent. Same shit with Zeke. He paid Zeke, he overspent.
The only reason why we're saying to overpay, here's the craziest thing, and I'm gonna agree with you on this. I agree that they overpaid, and I hold Dak as my guy. I agree with you that they overpaid on Dak. Here's the reason why, though. Because they waited too long. They didn't know what they had out of him, and their franchise tag twice really hurt them because you couldn't do the proration aspect. I believe that they overpaid for CD because if you already knew what you had out of CD, you didn't have to wait until that last year on he had to activate his fifth-year option, and they ripped that apart, and then they paid him. If the Cowboys knew what they had, just like you said with Seattle Seahawks, remember, they didn't have to pay Jackson Smith and Jigba this year. They could have waited to next year or the year after that. They have 5 years of control.
But I don't think they overpaid for CD because CD Lamb.
No. What I'm saying is the reason why I said overpay because the asking price or the bargain rate wasn't at 34-35. If you would have paid CD before, a year before, he had no choice but to get paid to what Smitty just got paid. 27, 28-ish. Get what I'm saying?
I disagree because, but the only reason why I disagree is because from the minute that Justin Jefferson stepped in the league and CeeDee Lamb stepped in the league, if anybody go put their stats side by side, they both have produced the exact same amount of yards, right? Now, in CeeDee Lamb case, Justin Jefferson was doing better as a rookie with the Vikings and had more yards and everything than CeeDee Lamb when he was with the Vikings at first, right? Now, Justin Jefferson got paid before CeeDee Lamb got paid, right? Me being an owner or a GM, I'm looking at what Justin Jefferson about to get. Because again, if the Cowboys pay
I'm gonna let you finish this point. I'm gonna let you finish this point, but that's a damn good argument. But here's the other part of that equation. You got to throw in A.J. Brown. You remember that the A.J. Brown got $31-32 million, right? That was where CeeDee Lamb, because you got to understand, CeeDee Lamb, as much as I love CeeDee Lamb, as much as I go for bat for CeeDee Lamb, he was not even considered an outside wide receiver, not until that tip of 2023. No, I'm talking about the tip of 2023. Remember, people were still dogging CeeDee Lamb. It took all the way until week 6, week 7 till people started to see that CeeDee Lamb can play on the outside and in the inside, and they were no longer calling him a slot merchant. If the Cowboys acted that year prior, he would have been able to get paid right at close to 30, not over 30. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But I give it where you're going with all of the comparison of Jeffries, and I don't like Jay Jetta. I think that he's phenomenal, and everybody, mama, uncle, cousin was calling him the next great thing, right? Because he was doing unbelievable stuff with the kind of caliber quarterback that he had as well.
And the only reason why I say that this is one of the only reasons why I say I will pay Pickens right now $37 million because I do believe that Jefferson with Kyler Murray, CD with a healthy Dak with a healthy CD, and Jamar Chase with a healthy Burrows. I think them 3 receivers right there, they about to reset the whole entire market after this year. Remember I said that.
It's time to get back
right
to
there
it.
About to go crazy on the NFL.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you so much, Too Cool. Any closing words?
Hey, how about them Cowboys? Keep doing what you do, brother.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you. That's my guy, 210 from the 210. Too Cool, man. I thought he was a Spurs guy, but he's a diehard Lakers guy, by the way. All right. So, what better way to combat it? Because I got Toxic Tom from the 717. It's just how it falls in line, man, with these conversations. Toxic Tom, help me out, man. Let me know what needs to be happening over here.
That just sounded like when people bitch about housing prices. Like, that's just what that sounds like to me. It's just, look, you need to get this through your head really quickly. It's not who's better, it's who is next. You are missing a key element, and this entire factor is time. When you get paid earlier, there's the crux of finance is this: $1 today is worth more than $1 tomorrow. So when you make people wait to get paid more, would you rather get paid $1 today or $1 next year? So when you're making guys wait, of course prices are going to go up. And if you're bringing up guys, I shouldn't get paid more than CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb got paid at 2024? Brother, it's 2026. Prices go up. Period. Prices are going to go up. That's the whole point of this whole thing. So if you are bringing out stat sheets, well, you're not better than Jamar Chase. Again, you're missing the point entirely. And I don't know how many times just APY is irrelevant. Just don't even look at it. So when you're saying he should get $37 million a year, doesn't matter. What is the guaranteed money? What is he getting guaranteed at the bonus? Christian Watson, for instance, got $50 million. He's a wide receiver, irrelevant, basically. Now, he got 110. He'll probably not sniff $110 million, but right now he has more guaranteed money than George Pickens does. Now, if you look and you just look at the tier list, the point of this entire thing is this. When you are going to the table, you are trying to get as much money as humanly possible guaranteed at signing. That is the crux of it. So if you're saying to me that George Pickens is guaranteed $37 million a year, that's cool for ESPN. What his representatives care more about now is, hey, Drake London got $100 million he could fall off a cliff tomorrow. He's getting that $100 million. How much am I getting? That is the crux of this all. And I don't know why this keeps...
Tuku sent in a rebuttal, and I don't know if you want to talk to him personally, but he says this right here. He says, Drake London just got paid after JSN, so your point is dead toxic. Stop that ish. No salary cap.
Dead.
So what's your rebuttal to that?
That there's two different... That there's teams, man. Like that, you can say all day long, I can pay this. There's negotiations. But if you're going to get stuck at sticker shock, of course. If you're going to say to me that if Drake London's going in there and saying, I want to get paid more than JSN, and they meet him in the middle, I can't decide if a guy wants to agree to it or not. There are tons of factors of why a guy would want to accept it. But if you look at what Drake London is getting paid compared to, Justin Jefferson, who you were just glazing all over, he's making more guaranteed money than he is.
Wow.
So Drake London is getting paid more than Justin Jefferson on guaranteed money. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. These contracts, there's a lot of things in these contracts that are performance-based, incentive-based. You're bringing up APY. I keep saying it. You have to look at the guaranteed money. That is all that matters. What is the guaranteed money?
Yeah.
And until the NFL players can get on the same page when it comes to this about the guaranteed money and getting their contracts guaranteed, you're going to have these types of contracts like Christian Watson's, for instance, that is full of incentives that he can make up to $110 million, but the likelihood of him making that is next to none. I mean, he'll probably be injured by the end of the season. God willing, hope he isn't, but that's the nuance with these contracts that gets glazed over constantly when you read about these things. So I encourage you, if you are really wondering why a guy accepts a deal, look at the guaranteed money. How much is he getting paid? I mean, Christian Watson made $31 million today just for signing it, and it's already in his account. George Pickens is making $26 million for the entire year. So that's where the whole why isn't he showing up to voluntary activities and stuff? Because you've made no commitment towards me. And I'm not going to be showing up to shit that I don't have to. Now, when the fines start accruing and the things like that, sure, I'll be, quote, the team player. But loyalty goes both ways. And when I was a staff sergeant in the Army, I made sure that my guys were taken care of. Their pay was squared away. Their housing was good. Everything was good because I needed their minds dedicated to the mission. If you fuck around with people's pay and fuck around with their personal lives and make them play reindeer games, it takes their mind off the actual goal. And that is why I do not blame George Pickens one bit, because one way or another, he will get paid. And I'm willing to bet he's going to get somewhere around $100 million guaranteed, because in the NFL, people are starved for talent. That's why guys like Deshaun Watson still exist. And that's why guys like, who was another? Rashee Rice is probably going to get paid. Regardless, if you are putting up numbers, people are going to pay you. Do not think for a second that George Pickens needs the Cowboys, because he's got 31 other teams that are, other than the Steelers, that would be willing to pay him top dollar if he is a free agent. And that is the key.
No doubt,
so,
man.
And I say this to everybody here. I work with money for a living. To everyone in the chat, get what you are fucking worth and never, ever sell yourself short, because you are replaceable. Your company will always find a way to replace you. So collect as much money as you can. Loyalty extends the length of the dollar bill. Y'all have a good day.
Man, no doubt, man. That's Toxic Tom with the bomb, man. And I got another super chat from Too Cool. Says Drake London after $100 million guarantee. M&F, nobody's glazing. We don't have to have a war within wars within the Cowboys community. But I want a healthy decorum, right? But here's what I want to say. What Toxic Tom did pull out far as pointed out far as, and pause is necessary when I say pull out. But, hey, pause is necessary. He cooked because how the signing bonus goes is that Christian Parker gets $31 million today, right? That's like when he go to Wells Fargo or whatever his company, Bank of America is, he got 31 M's in there. 31 M's. What Pickens got to do is he got to show up every day. And of course, all players got to show up every day. All players got to do their thing. He's getting $1.5 million a week. Right? Every Tuesday, he's getting $1.5 million. $1.5 million. So with that being said, it is for what it is. I got a super chat from Toko says with the $10 cash, man, I really appreciate you, man. Help me out with the Oxnard farm. Y'all fool around gonna have me at the Ritz-Carlton over here in Oxnard next month. But hey, he says, I'm a first sergeant. What's your point? Hey, man, Fred last, and nonviolence, especially as it relates to the military of the things that we have in the conversation with. No civil war over here. But one thing I can say is Ted Hutt, is that is a major difference. And I get it. This is what's happening. Wide receivers talk. This is the most prima donna positioning in the National Football League. They talk. And $31 million in your hand now, plus you got to go out there and play. Christian Watson is sitting there saying, man, I only catch the ball 30 to 35 times a year. And I'm making quadruple the time of money that you're making. And that is what makes it such a thing, whereas these players feel jaded in a way. Because one player get his... we don't know how many times Christian Watson been late to meetings. We don't know his temperaments on how his attritions and all of this stuff that he takes because he's still razor blade thin. He needs a sandwich. We don't know what it takes for him to be Christian Watson. But to be George Pickens, people know everything, right? Was he late for meeting? How tall he is? Did he catch this football that Dak Prescott threw behind him slightly? Is he better than CeeDee Lamb? Is he not better than CeeDee Lamb? So it's so much that goes into this particular situation. The next call I have that's waiting in for all of us from the 206 MJ, you in the mix. Talk to me.
What up, Law?
Not much, man. All is well. Can't complain, Chief. I can't wait to see you next month, man. What you got for me, man?
Oh, man, I see you, boy. Talk to town.
Mm-hmm.
But the money's still the same, even though the guy gets $31 million. The 1.8 is still guaranteed because it's guaranteed. So if he got hurt, he's still gonna get his.
Yeah. He's still gonna get it. But let me ask you this. All right, let's break it down in simpler terms, right? Let me say I owe you $10,000, right?
Yeah.
And I say, would you rather have $9,000 today, or would you rather for me to, over a course of a year, to pay you the $10,000? Which one would you take?
Well, you always gonna want to.
You're gonna get more money if you'll get more money if I give you the $10,000 over the year, but you can have $9,000 now. Which one you gonna take?
Most people take the 9,000 now.
That's what we arguing about on a larger scale. Like Christian Watson got 30. He woke up today. After he done, boom, you know what I'm saying? And with his lady. And
Green
he
Bay
goes,
receiver?
the Green Bay.
Receiver?
Yeah, the Green Bay receiver. I mean, he getting 31 M's now. You know, he don't have to wait for 1 week to the next. Yeah.
Overpaying for receivers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 31 million. Now, what he do? He's always hurt.
That's the whole. Now, if you David Mulugeta, your frat brother, you know what I'm saying? Your frat brother, you know what I'm saying?
He's stealing everybody.
He's stealing everybody. Yeah. If you was him right now, how would you advise George Pickens? You know, how would you advise George Pickens right now?
Well, the one thing, and I hate to say it, Pittsburgh
did a number on him.
Messed up George Pickens.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh hurt George Pickens. What they did, because when they hurt him, because my frat bro is very easy to get along. The coach, remember the coach?
Christian Parker.
That's my fraternity brother too.
No,
he coach from Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah. Thomas.
Retired.
Yeah.
Thomas. So
all these noops, man. What's going on with them? Go ahead.
All these noops. It's a noob time. The noops is running this baby.
Where the Q's at when you need them? Where the Sigmas, man? Where the iotas at, man?
The dog is a man's best friend. And them squiggies.
Yeah, Divine Nine up in this thing, man. But all right, man. Yeah.
But man, is everybody, you know me, because I be listening to podcasts, and that's why I gotta give it to Akoya, because Akoya, he be jamming them guys up, keep trying to talk about your boy, the DN.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like saying, we always, for some reason, the Cowboy fans, when a player is not on our team, we be like, yeah, rah. And then as soon as we get them, the podcasters have the people turn on that player. Hey, you notice that?
Yeah.
That's bad, man. I'm like, like I said, I like to give a person this opportunity to go off. Because I know one thing, with Gary, he's the only one I ever seen beat the hell out of that Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson hate playing against him because he's so big and strong. And Lane Johnson old too, he hate playing against Gary. Everybody else, Lane Johnson be playing them like a pity pack game. You know what I'm saying? If you go watch the film, they don't get in on him. But when he play against Gary, man, Gary be killing Lane Johnson. But I just hope all the people just get a player's opportunity. You know, like me and you, we get the people. Now, if the guy ain't that good, they'll say, okay, he got to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But don't talk about people if you don't know the guy's name. Because, like I say, me and you be out there.
Yeah.
And, they know your name. And like you say, I like how you say it. You say, don't beat me up now, Johnny. I'm just giving you the facts.
Yeah.
You say that.
Yeah.
But all them other guys, if them players see them other guys, like how them guys talk about Gary, I ain't gonna say no name.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. That dude probably gonna sock you in your mouth, cause how they be talking about that dude like he's a bum.
Yeah.
You can't be doing it to them players. You know what I'm saying, Law?
Yeah, in real life. Yeah, when you see him, man. But, man, I appreciate you, MJ, man. You know, I thank you so much for calling in, fam. In closing, man, how about them Cowboys? I'll see you next month. And all the haters, if you ain't never played pro football, if I'm a pro football player, to me, I'll call you a piece of I'll call you. Then I got more money than you among them players. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. How about them Cowboys and keep your mouth closed?
No doubt, man. Hey, appreciate you, man. That's my guy, man. You know.
Too, man.
Yes, indeed.
Stop crying about what went wrong. Because God will take wrong and make it right. God will take pain and make it power.
All right, man. Before I read Too Cool's super chat, I got from the points that Toxic Tom, I finally pulled up the incentives. So he got a rolling incentives, I believe. He gets per game $107,000 per game in 2026 through 2027 and 2029. He have automatic voids, but receptions. These are his quote unquote incentives. They know what we just pointed out, that he averaged anywhere between 30 to 35 receptions. So they put an elixir on his contract, meaning that if he get 50 receptions, he get a $100,000 bonus, which is included into the contract. And Lord knows I love incentive-based contracts. He get $250,000. That's $250,000 if he gets 60 receptions. He get $500,000 if he gets 70 receptions. He gets $750,000 if he get 80 receptions, right? And in 2026, if he gets if you get a collective, I believe, yards. They even put incentives on his yards. So if he gets 700 yards, he get 100,000. If he get 800 yards, he get 250. If he get 1,000 yards, he gets $750,000 added to his said contract. And on top of that, for this year, this is only predicated upon the year of 2026. And this is basically for every touchdown that he get north of 8. So if he get 8 touchdowns, he get 100,000. If he get 9 of them, he get 250,000. And if he get 10 touchdowns, he get 500,000. And if he get 12 of them, he get an additional 750. So this is a damn good incentive-based contract. Matter of fact, how I will work contracts in the future, all will be incentive. Yeah. I'll have a baseline, and then I will say, hey, if you really want to get this coin, and if you really want to do some things, because I have reservations, I'm putting incentives on your contract. Yes, indeed. And I don't mind. I think that all of us don't mind if we put incentives on contracts. I got Too Cool with a $10 cash to me. He states, Pickens and London guaranteed money should be around the same. The original message was Jerry would pay more when London just got paid. JSN has a Super Bowl and the highest contract in the entire team. Yeah, that Super Bowl thing is wild, for benefiting on a team that's been in the Super Bowl is kind of, and I get where you're going from. Trent Dilfer got a ring, right? Nick Foles got a ring. That doesn't mean that just because Flacco got a ring, but that doesn't mean that they were better quarterbacks than others. But I get exactly your point with all of that. But far as incentive-based contracts, woo, I would love for the Cowboys to adopt that theory. Put these guys on incentives, especially I will rework Terrence Steele contract. And if I say, hey, if you have this many holds, this is how much your money would be. And if you can stop the quarterback from getting sacked from this many times on the right side, this will be your new money. Yes, I would do it. Extra incentives on everybody's contract, including Dak Prescott. I would have it whereas if you get to the playoffs and you do X, Y, and Z things, oh my goodness, Dak, yeah, I'll put incentives on everybody. You get an incentive. You get an incentive. Hey, everybody get an incentive-based contract from the 979, but when I held that 9, you get an incentive contract on your mind. Come on with it, man.
Well, we're going down with you, love.
No much, man.
As always, man, appreciate you giving me a chance to speak. My opinion about the whole George Pickens thing is that if you see Drake London and
right.
Christian Watson, if that doesn't show you what Toxic Tom and what I personally have said. I said to other people that if that doesn't prove that it ain't about who's better, it's about who's next up. I mean, I don't know what is. I mean, you can even go to different positions. Like, for example, when it comes, like Micah got paid, and I'm not here to say Micah is better than Miles, Miles better than Micah. I mean, people can argue about that all they want, but Micah got more money. Why? Because he was the next guy up to get paid at his position. So people can argue and get butthurt about the whole situation, but I mean, the market is the market. And just like, everybody was sitting back here, arguing, whining, complaining about how much money Dak got. And it's like, yeah, again, it goes back to Jerry and Steven, how they like to run the team. They want to sit back here. They want to wait. They want to bet against the players, all things of that nature. Then they just end up getting burned. I mean, you've spoken about that numerous times. For somebody that operates the way that they do, Jerry and Steven, it really blows my mind that they would sit around and wait to do things, considering the fact they always act like they're trying to save money, especially Stephen Jones. I would figure that he would be really quick to want to pay guys early so he can save money, but it's not the case with those guys, So again, we can sit back here and argue and fight all they want, but the bottom line is, Mulligetta and GP, they're gonna be sitting back looking at them contracts that Drake and and Christian Watson got, and I think all of us, I don't think there's a single person out here that's gonna sit here and say that Drake London and Christian Watson are better than GP, because they're not. Right. They don't. Drake London, he's good, but I mean, in my opinion, I don't think he's even close to GP. And Christian Watson, that dude came and stayed healthy, and you already talked about his numbers. That's crazy that he had to pull that contract. I wonder who his agent is. I'm gonna have to holler at him. Next time I'm raising my job. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Yeah.
It's like, shoot. So I mean, his the bottom line is, man, he ain't taking no less than what some dudes getting, man. So, like, I hate to sound negative about this whole situation, but I genuinely do think that this is gonna be his last year here, because Stephen Jones has already been whining and complaining about how it's gonna be hard to pay him and CeeDee Lamb and all.
But you know what? You know what, DP? After like further reviewing of everything, we've been. I did contracts for the government for over 10 years, right? A contract can always be modified. You can always rework a contract. You can always manipulate a contract within languages, right? And this is a great study sample, because it clearly shows that the Green Bay Packers got reservations on Christian Watson, right? But how they work the contract is that with their reservations, that they utilize and use language in the contract and put incentives in the contract. You can literally go to George Pickens on every angle of them having their reservations. They can point out that, hey, we can give you incentives to be on time for meetings. For every meeting, we will give you $10,000. Just the bonuses to be on time, right? You can make your own money. We could give you $50,000 for every meeting that you're on time for, right? Or we can work out for this incentives. If you catch 80 balls, this is going to be an additional $10 million to this deal, right? You can always work it out versus saying, hey, prove it to me again, and we only going to put you on the franchise tag, and you can't prorate that money, you can't spread it out. And like what Toxic Tom was saying, it's a two-way street. So the Cowboys are not willing to do that.
Yeah, and the thing that just like annoys me about this whole conversation is possibly bringing up, what happened with him in Pittsburgh, and this is just my whole thing about that. Unless Jerry and Stephen Jones were living under a rock, I refuse to believe that they didn't know about this stuff before they traded for him.
Right.
So my thing is, if you want to try to bring up his whole attitude situation,
right,
then what was the point of trading for him in the first place? If this was gonna have an effect on
right,
whether you were gonna give him an extension or not. That's just maybe that's just my crazy way of thinking, but I feel like that just doesn't make a lick of sense, you know. So the whole situation.
Oh man! Hey,
but
in closing, your audio is terrible right now. But in closing, yeah,
it's starting to rain up here. So I mean, we'll see what happens, man. But appreciate it again, Law.
No doubt, man. That's my guy DP, man. For an example, like we have been conditioned to only look at the APY. We have been conditioned, let me say this again, to only look at the APY. Let me say this one more time. We have been conditioned to only look at the APY. Josh Allen, who is 30, by the way. Dak Prescott, who is 32. 2 years between the two of them. Now, a third of you guys would say Josh Allen is the creme de la creme, but nobody talks about the money that he is making because he's Joshua Allen. He's getting paid $90 million more than Rain Dakota Prescott. Let me say this again. Is he $90 million better? We can argue that left and right. But his APY, since it's only being 55 APY, nobody brings this up. He's getting paid $90 million more than Dak Prescott. He's got a $330 million contract. Total value worth of his contract is $330 million. Subtract 90, that is what Dak is getting. So what I'm trying to say is that also, yeah, Too Cool got a super chat. Boy, this episode is brought to you by Too Cool.
1524 $5.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy was next man up and is minus 50 mil guaranteed against Doc 231 mil guaranteed.
Facts. Now, granted, I'm gonna pull up Brock Purdy contract, but this is what I like about Joshua Allen's contract, and I'm gonna put up Brock Purdy. I didn't think that we would be talking money and finances today, so I'm off all on the whim of things right here. And that is a good point. I need to look at the total value of Brock Purdy. But if I'm not mistaken, he is still getting paid $250 million, right? And we know the tiers of quarterbacks. My brother, he would never admit it, but he admitted it before, but he never admitted it live. And I'm trying to get him every time. And that is Twin of saying that, damn, Brock Purdy is good, but he ain't no Dak Prescott. But I can't get him live to say it. I got to get him on live. But I do like the way that the structure of this contract is, because in let's look at this contract. This is Joshua Allen. All right, so in 2027, $18 million of that is fully guaranteed, of course. And then in 2028, he gets 53.5. And then in 2029, he gets $14 million. And in 2029, he's also get a fully, after the 5th league day, he get another additional bonus of $17 million. But here's what I like. I'm going to just move all the way down from the roster bonuses and all of this stuff. An annual Super Bowl plus playing time incentives. They put $500K on that, and he gets 60% regular season snaps. He's going to get an additions of $500K, and if he gets 60% of the Super Bowl snaps, and if they win, he get an additional $500,000. I want us to start enticing these guys far as playoffs and far as Super Bowls. I will put that all in contracts. Yeah. And the NFL league, they do pay these guys an additional money when they get to the postseason too. These are not built into these contracts. So this is plus power plus money once you get into those bigger dances. So when I look at Dak Prescott contract and I look at the incentives and stuff like that, since they were at war with each other, I don't see incentive heavy laden contracts. I'm seeing full no trade clauses, no tag clauses, because what this is showing me and what this is telling me without speaking out loud is that this particular contract is built on grounds that they just don't trust the damn Cowboys. And that's why they say no trade clause. That's why they say no tag on this particular situation as well. Those other contracts that you see from other teams, they necessarily don't have to put that on there because they really trust their said player and they trust the negotiation. But with the Cowboys, they just say, hey, man, no trade clause. And yes, I get the whole notion of guaranteed money versus APY. The APY is bull sugar. It's always going to be the guaranteed something, everything. So I will put power plays on everything. Hey, Dak, you get to the postseason, you get more and more money, more and more opportunity. You get to the Super Bowl, man, we're not just going to give you a Super Bowl. We're going to give you a super plate, super fork, a super key to the city and beyond, because this is what we do over here in Dallas. We're going to pay you for your richness, and we're going to pay you for your greatness. We're going to pay you for all of these extra things that's added to, and that will give you an extra incentive too, by the way. All right, the next caller I have is my guy from the 336. You in the mix. Triller, talk to me, man.
What's good, Law? Can you hear me?
Man, I can hear you, man. Talk to me, man.
Man, we need to call David right now. Say, listen, man, see all these people getting paid. Come on now, what you trying to do? You want this money? Your player, your client. Well, I guess he the client. Your client want this bread. Y'all want to get some of this bread or what, man? Let's go ahead.
And David say 100.
Get this out of the way.
120 million guarantee. We can start from there.
Okay, and then we just say 5 years. How about that?
You can always
negotiation.
There you go. It's just a matter, do you want it or not, right?
I sold cars for like maybe 4 years, man. Negotiation ain't hard. The people tell you what they want. Then you tell them what you can do. And they tell you what you want. Then you can tell it. Then you tell them, listen, this is the last deal right here. People leave out, act like they about to leave, and they come sign up. I'm telling you, man. Listen, we might as well go in here and pay them. Just in case, if we can trade for somebody, we're going to need the cap space anyway.
Right.
It's either we're going to pay him or we're going to pay Big Q.
Right.
Or I guess that's the only really the two people that can get paid.
Right.
I mean, we ain't gonna pay Overzone. So let's go ahead and get this out of the way, man. It's messing up the off season even more than the Myles Garrett stuff. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts. Yeah. And other teams just moving and grooving, man, without all of this extracurricular conversation. You right. You are, man. But anything else you got for me, Trevor?
Everybody getting paid, bro.
Everybody, man.
Everybody getting paid, bro.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, okay, so boom, they say we can't pay 2 wide receivers, or we shouldn't pay 2 wide receivers, or whatever the case. Should you pay 2 DNs?
Right.
40, 50? That's $90 million. The cap space is a myth, man. I'm telling you. Everybody, they got everybody pennies in the bunch.
Right.
Let's just pay the man and let's focus on getting better. That's all we need to do.
Yep.
I am my G.
No doubt, man. That's my guy, man, Triller. And he brought up a real good point about the wordplay of you can't. And we got to stop using that. Let me just do the quick math right quick. Right now, the Cowboys got about $8, right? $8 million available to spend in cap. And I think that we already secured all of our rookies outside of one, and that is Malachi Law. We secured all of those guys, right? You got $28 million of that tied up under the franchise tag. So if I just add 8 plus 28, what would that give me Oh, that's $36 million. Is 8 plus 28, is that $36 million? So you got $36 million available to spend, right? So if we start to talk about the franchise tag, remember, the franchise tag is already taken out of this equation. You can't prorate that money. You can't spread that out. You can't do anything with that money. So with $36 million, that's taken off the franchise tag for George Pickens. All right, so let's say if you extend George Pickens to a longer-term deal, it's not going to take all 36 millions of that. You can prorate and spread that money out and say, hey, here's 8 of the $36 million now that's going to be prorated to my guy George Pickens, right? Now that you're going to look back at the new money that you get next season and beyond, maybe you have to scrap for some cash to give him some upfront money, but it's all about the will and the want to. Right? I believe one of the franchise took out a loan just to make sure that they can get this money done as far as the cash aspect of it. You got to manipulate this thing in order to get the things that you want. I get it. I understand that the Cowboys don't want to do it that way, but damn it, I would love for us to go into this year with knowing that we got George Pickens and knowing that we got CeeDee Lamb. Because one of the things in the presser is that even with Schottenheimer, when they said mandatory coming around in the next week, will George Pickens be there? And he couldn't definitively say yes. He couldn't definitively say yes. I got a super chat before I let the next caller on. Shout out to my guy, Too Cool. Yes, he says Brock Purdy was the next man up. So let me pull that up while I let my brother from another mother, no other, don't look like Danny Glover, been away for a while. I wonder, did that sneaky link auntie got a hold to him? That's probably what happened. I got 100 grand with the plan. What's going on, man?
Listen. I've been going for a minute because, you know, my brethren over here has been on my back, so I gotta hold my brethren down.
Okay.
Orange and blue skies. We out here. Let's go.
Oh,
New York. Go New York.
No.
Let's go.
Oh my God, it's crazy, man.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh, you even sound like him. Oh my gosh, oh my God, this is crazy. Oh my, what happened? What happened to Miami? I thought you was a Miami guy. You know what I'm saying? What happened? Well, no, I got photographic memory.
I'm from the city.
What?
Listen, this is where I live at. I gotta hold. They in the chip. I gotta hold it down because they in the chip. Lord.
No, you don't.
Do it, man.
No, you don't.
Listen, my brethren has been on my back. I know you're my man. How you gonna do that? We in the chip. You gotta support. It's next to the chip.
No.
Next to the chip. So I gotta do it, Law.
Don't do me. You gonna do this to me? Huh? You gonna do this to me?
Go New York. Go New York.
No, man. Not you. Come on, man. Oh my gosh, man. Hey, that's like me. If I was born out of Philly, I couldn't be like, go Philly, go. No, I couldn't do it, man. No way, man.
Listen. They only can do this to me. Because it's basketball.
Oh, it's basketball.
They know Cowboy Nation.
Yeah, okay.
They only can do this to me because it's basketball, Law.
Oh,
you know it's silver and blue all day. Law, they can't do this to me if it was the Giants. I'll be sick to my stomach over here, Law. I wouldn't know what to do.
Oh, my gosh, man.
But it's the Knicks. It's been 27 years.
Oh.
Go New York, go New York.
No way, man.
You know
so a part of me, hold on. Now I got to say, in 2007, hold on, in 2007, don't let me find out that you had a Osa Umanora damn jersey or something like that with the damn Giants on, because you had to pick one or the other. No, what were you doing? What were you saying? What were you saying?
Law, I was hurt. I was hurt, Law. I was hurt, no. I hated it.
Okay.
And I was at one of my homeboys' cribs watching the Giants win the Super Bowl, watching that miracle pass when he caught the ball with his helmet. Lord, I had my hands on my head.
Let me find out 100 grand that you got a Monty Toomer or whatever that guy's name, a Plexico Burris jersey somewhere in your house. You got none of that. You got I still gotta check you. I still gotta check you, man. I know.
You can check it all day long.
Whenever I'm up there, I gotta check you, man.
You can check it. It's Cowboys all day. They'll tell you, listen, my family and friends will tell you, it's Cowboys Nation all day.
Yeah.
But hey, when it comes to basketball, it's not the only reason why. It's Cowboys Nation, it's Yankees all day.
Okay.
And the only reason why I'm going for the Knicks, I'm a Heat, but the only reason
why?
It's because I live here and because they've been on my back, Law. They've been on my back. So hey, they've been on my back. That's the only reason why. It's go New York, go New York.
Okay.
Lord, you can't go nowhere without seeing orange and blue.
I know.
You can't go. Lord, they got the buildings all lit up. Lord, the bars,
Lord.
they got the flags out. They got, man, it's orange and blue, man. Everybody, you can't turn. It's like everybody got a Knicks jersey.
But you know what? You know what the craziest thing, though? 100 grand, you know the craziest thing is, though? We in this group chat. And you know Bad Dog, you know he loves New York. But the way
he ain't a Knicks fan?
He
He a Lakers fan.
No. I'm not gonna call him grifting, but it's just the fact that the Lakers play on the West Coast, and it was just more games and primetime games, so that's why he did the Lakers stuff. Okay. But he is a true Knicks fan. They are we in a group chat, and him and Brunson and Louis T, boy, they damn near fighting fisticuffs talking about his allegiance to damn Knicks. So I get it. And me, I got no fights in this at all because I'm a Mississippi guy. You know, we had no professional sports. There's only one person that makes me despise the Knicks, and that's Stephen A. Smith. But outside of that, I like the Knicks story. I love the Knicks fans because that is true die-hardness. You know what I'm saying?
If you look at the Knicks fans and the Cowboys fans, we the same fans.
Yeah, we the same fan. Yeah, we the same fan. Yeah, we literally like I never seen a Knicks fan literally root for another squad, right? Knicks fans are die-hard Knicks fans, right? Yeah. They don't even go for other teams. So for them to get to this moment, it's like a bittersweet because that damn Stephen A. Smith, I just can't really rock with them. But I know since you're in the area, every corner that you turn, you got to see that blue, which is nice. But that terrible orange, I get it, man. I get it. I would give you a pass just because of that. Because if you was somewhere in Denver, I would say hell no. But now that you are over here in New York and New Jersey area, I give it to you. I give it to you, bro. Yeah. I won't check you then. I won't check
you. Gotta give me a pass, bro. I appreciate it.
You get a pass, man. You can be in. I just don't want no damn parade. If there is a parade and you see Stephen A. Smith close by,
I gotta be there. I will be in the parade. I will be over there for the parade. I tell you that right now. I'm gonna try to get on the float.
And if Stephen A. there, you just tell him get your. Oh my gosh, man! And tell Auntie I said hi, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
But I mean, as for the Pickens thing, everybody, Pickens should be mad. Pickens should be upset. Pickens not gonna play this and that. If he doesn't play, if he shows outlaw, that's gonna be negative reactions on him. That's not gonna be positive.
Okay.
That's gonna be negative. These other teams are gonna look at him like, so you're not gonna be professional. The best thing for him to do is be professional, come out here and ball, and he can write his own check. He can write his own check, because even if the Cowboys don't pay him, any other team will pay him.
Yeah.
That's 2 years of him being a good guy. And I don't like these guys, man. Oh, he did. He showed up for 1 year. He was nice for 1 year. That's like your child. Your child got a history of being bad, and then he's nice one time, and then all of a sudden, he deserved the world. Come on, bro. It don't work like that. We all know it don't work like that. So why all of a sudden now people want to come online and say it worked like that in George Pickens' favor? That's why I sit here and think people that come online, they want to be contrarian. They want to be contrarian for the views. They want to be contrarian for the views. Everything that come out, they want to spit the other side, and they want to talk about how they this and they're that. No, you want to be Mr. Negative. Mr. Negative. That's all you want to be. I don't care. I don't care what you say. You're Mr. Negative. Because it don't make sense. You have a troubled past. Even in college, he had a troubled past. Went to the league, had a troubled past. 1 good year, all of a sudden, man, get that man whatever he want. Tell me in the real world where that work out at. I could have went to jail 40 years, came home, had 1 good year with me being home, and then everybody gonna forget about the 40 years I was bad? The court system gonna forget about that and not use that against me? Don't the court system use your past if it was bad against you, law, to keep you in jail? They don't sit there and say you had one good year home.
Hold steady though, 100 grand. Since you brought up the court system, I just got to bring this out. And hey, if you guys are sensitive about this, I got to bring this up since you brought up the court systems. You know, when you start talking about past allegations and past history and repeat patterns, well, this thing called Rick Child, right? This guy in South Carolina, he didn't do this one time. He did this multitudes of times of chasing people out of said gas station and gunned them down. So from my thoughts of it, yes, in the court system, in that particular state, you can't use what happened in the past to support your argument for the future. So they couldn't even bring that up. The prosecutors couldn't even bring up the fact that this guy have a pattern to be above the law. Even though the kid never stole the water and his intentions probably could have been ill, who knows? But the ideology is that kid went into that gas station, right? Looked around, he put the book bag up front because they said no book bags, which is okay. And he, by him being 13 or 14 at the time, he did whatever young kid normally do. Sometimes we are not perfect. He had a gun on him. But that doesn't mean that he deserved to get shot down by 3 people running after him. Can you imagine leaving a gas station? It could be people with butter knives. If 3 people running at me, I'm sitting here thinking,
you got the right to defend yourself.
No, at his age, he didn't want to pull out what he had, which was a weapon, which is gun, which is illegal.
Which was smart.
I'm
surprised he didn't.
He got
I'm surprised he didn't, Lo.
Yeah. So he got to running. He got to running. While 3 people abandoned their store and chased this young kid for more than 100 meters. You know what I'm saying? So from what I'm looking at it is that how can you claim self-defense or that I'm trying to protect said person by that alone is bullshit. You get what I'm saying? So yes, some people can use the past to go with you, and some people can use the past to go against you. But the state of South Carolina didn't use none of that because they don't allow it in their courts, which is crazy.
So that also goes to say, just like different teams got different stroke. with different folks, right?
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's a whole nother conversation.
So we also can use the Chiefs how they don't care.
Right.
They don't care about your past. We gonna pay you. We gonna get you your money. We gonna do what we do.
Right.
So when we make these arguments, right?
Right.
We gotta also bring in the Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones factor on how they do things around here.
Yeah.
We can't bring in other teams and, oh man, well, this guy got paid over here. That guy got paid over there. That's not how we operate over here in Cowboy land, unfortunately.
True.
That's not how we operate. So when people say, oh man, it's not fair that he got paid on the tag, everybody else got to play on the tag. That shows a pattern, right? Does it not? That shows a Cowboys pattern. That everybody got to pay on the tag.
Yeah.
I don't care. If you a star, you gonna play on the tag.
True.
Except for CD, he ain't had to play on the tag, but he had to fight for his money.
He had to fight for his money.
For your money.
And they waited for him to get all the way to his 5th year option
you gonna play on the tag.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You
had
either
to
gonna fight for your money or play on the tag. So that's the Cowboys way in doing things. So we can't bring in other teams and go and do research and all this stuff about how other players get to how they get to going on wherever they at, regardless of the agent. Cowboys way over here, you going to fight for your money and you going to play on that tag. But if you play on that tag and you produce, guess what? You get your money. You get paid, and you get paid very well. So, Pickens, play on the tag, do your thing, and you will get paid by the Cowboys very well, and you will get what you want. You will get what you want. You know why? Because Law Nation put up the contract that he got, and he got everything he wanted.
You're right.
And it was ironclad.
You're right. You got me on that one. Outside, if I had one rebuttal.
Talk to me.
Jake Ferguson didn't have to fight for his damn money.
You know why? Law. Right. You don't got me. You don't got me.
Yeah, I know I don't got you. I know.
I said top players.
Oh, yeah.
I said top
player. Okay, they're disqualified. I said what I said. Yeah, I feel you, man.
He ain't a top player.
I got another guy from the East Coast, man, from the VIP hotline. I just want to hear what he gonna say about them damn Knicks, because he might be rooting for them. I don't know who his basketball team is, but I got from the 860 you live with my guy 100 grand East Coast live over here. What y'all got going over here, man?
Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. What will inspire you? I'm from New York. If we win this, we snatching the Statue of Liberty. We bringing it down 8th Avenue. We putting some Timbs on her ass.
What?
And we winning this shit. Yeah.
All of y'all.
I'm taking the kid.
All y'all naysayers sound alike, man.
Now look at my African American over here.
All of y'all sound like y'all brothers. Staying in the same house.
Law, you don't understand. Law. Let me tell you something. Don't let the Yankees win a chip. Law, listen, you think the Knicks is bad.
Right.
The Yankees, it's been a while for us, too. And we had some close comings because we ain't had no pitching.
Yeah.
We got pitching this year, though.
We got pitching this year.
Oh, wow. Hey, y'all New Yorkers, man, or y'all East Coast people, y'all definitely sound like some fun. I can't wait to get over there just to be like, hey, I'm going to call you and you, and we're going to walk the streets, and I'm going to have my Cowboys gear on, and I wish somebody walk up on me, but I'm gonna have my Cowboys gear.
We all gonna have our Cowboys gear on. What are you talking about, man?
We outside
with the hoodies. I don't give a damn if it's summertime. I'm wearing them damn boots. What them boots y'all wear? Tim's. Yeah.
Go get some Tim's.
I'm gonna have to get the New York approved Tim's though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta tell me which ones I gotta go get. You know what I'm saying? I never owned.
Gotta get the butters.
The butters.
You gotta get the high tops. Don't get the low cut.
Don't get the low cut.
No.
I never owned a pair of Timbs though. By the way, I never owned a pair of Timbs.
Lord, we gotta live this because the boys ain't been in the ship in 30 years.
Yeah.
I mean, so Lord, we gotta get some type of nut off.
Jeez. So y'all, I'm gonna have to dress like you guys. You know what I'm saying? And I got to go to Queens, wherever Queens is. Just for the record, I just got to go to Queens. You know.
You gotta
go to the Bronx.
I'm talking about
Queens.
Coming to America. You know what I'm saying?
I knew where you was going with that. I knew where you was going.
I just got to go there. I just want to do a tour in Queens.
I'll bring you to Queens. I got you. I got people out that way.
But the Bronx. So what's the must I got to do? I got to hit up the Bronx. What else I got to do? You know,
Brooklyn. You know,
Brooklyn.
What I mean? Of course, Manhattan. That's where the bread.
You know what I'm saying? We'll bring you to Brooklyn too. We gotta bring you to Brooklyn because he's iconic.
Brooklyn's iconic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we bring you some good eats. I'll give you some good New York eats. You know what's crazy is the kids love this place in Midtown. It's called Dallas Wings.
Oh, wow.
They got the best.
Oh, yeah. BBQs is fire, Law. BBQs is fire. Them sticky wings? Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Dallas
sticky
wings.
Fire.
Yeah.
Good though. It's good though, Law. And you drink, they got the big drinks, Law. They drink fish bowls.
Was it Dallas Wings? Where is it? Is in New York?
Times Square. It's in Times Square.
Times Square.
42nd.
Man, I'm definitely gonna have to come up there, man. I'm gonna bring Bad Dog with me just in case. You know what I'm saying?
I know you Mad Dog.
Bad Dog, man.
Wait a minute.
You can bring him. He the homie, but you
he's good. Just in case we get pulled over or something. I can't be with all of my brothers.
Look at my African American over here.
I gotta have the light crew with me, man. Those three brothers, man.
We need that get out of jail free, Lord.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. All right, so these Dallas Wings, I'm pulling up. They got the Hennessy wings over there.
I told you, Lord,
okay.
man.
Black. Black, Lord. It's black.
Oh crap, man. Okay, all right. Maybe New York can be a place where I can go. You know what I'm saying? I need a spot where we can get. Man, no doubt, man. So who's your team though, my guy?
I'm a Knicks fan.
You Knicks? Oh, okay.
My mom was a Knicks fan. My mom used to have us in the nosebleeds.
Okay.
Her she's a diehard.
Okay.
So I never had a basketball team outside of the Knicks until MJ came.
Okay.
And I fell in love with MJ.
Right.
You know, my mom wasn't having it. She's like, I don't want to see no MJ ish around my house. I might buy you Jordans, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So I'm a diehard, man. Since Patrick Ewing, since John Stark, since really I met Oakley. Oak is my guy. Like I met him because we have mutual people. Oak is a real life dude. Like I respect him because he is what he say he is. He wasn't. I mean, he really about that life.
Okay. Yeah.
So
sure is.
I mess with Oak, man.
Okay.
But yeah. Since I was a child, since growing up in the South Bronx.
Okay.
Bronx, we used to take 2 trains to get over there. But we take a 2 train to get to man. You know what I mean? So but it was dope, man. I remember living that out as a kid. So my mom's is in her glory. 11:30 last night, me and mom's on the phone.
Okay.
He talking about the Knicks and going down. She want to go down to 8th Ave and just watch it outside. Well, I think the next game is what, Saturday game?
Yeah.
The next game
Yeah.
It's
like
talking about
Saturday.
going down there Saturday and just watching it outside. Mom's crazy. She a rider. You know, you got to remember, my mom's was a Black Panther.
Okay.
So her bloodline is different.
Shit, you might be related to damn Tupac. Shit. You look like him, shoot. All right. So what number? What number was Patrick Ewing then back in the day? What number was Patrick
33. He was 33.
Okay. Charles Oakley, what number? What number? I gotta test y'all. Yeah, okay. Starks, what number was John Starks? What number was he? Yeah, no. Allen Houston.
Great gang.
Yes, indeed, man. Man, it's always good, man. Yeah.
I love you, Lord, but you know what, Lord? I just want to live this energy with the boys. Can we have this energy, Jerry? Can I get this energy with my boys, Jerry?
Oh wow. Yeah, he do.
You missed the nut, Jerry. You let somebody from your backyard. He already told you he wanted to play for the boys.
Right.
You let somebody come behind you, snatch your B up in front of your face. And what you gonna do, Jerry? What's your next move?
I think that's Steven, though, man. I think
Steven
that's
Jones.
Steven, that ain't Jerry. That's Steven, man.
I know.
Steven care about the future too much, man. He
the
care about these picks too much and the cap and all that, man. That's what he care about.
I forgot Latrell Sprewell played for y'all too, man.
Yeah, he played.
Spree said he couldn't feed his family with $50 million. He couldn't feed how much money?
Yeah, he said that.
He couldn't feed his family. I said, man, what they got? The clumps? Hell no. Choke well. He the one that choked his coach, right? You know, he choked
the coach out.
Yeah. He did.
That damn boy.
But I love it, Lord. But I do want to say, Cowboy Nation, I smell a different atmosphere. It's something different in the atmosphere with this new DC. Like it's something. I think I'm gonna pull up. I want to pull up. If I don't come to Arkansas, to LA, I might pull up out there to watch one of their practices because I stayed out there in Fresno and then took that little star tour and all that. So my son want to do it again.
Yeah.
So
but if you can't make it to Oxnard, man, pull up one of these days, man. Let me know in advance, and then we'll see what we can get going, bro. For real.
Yeah, no, for real. So, Lord, you know it's love. I got to snatch my son up. He got his jiu-jitsu practice, so I'm about to snatch him off the bus now. But you know what it is, 100. You know I love you, King. You
already. You already. You know how we
indeed,
do.
Man. Shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Any closing words, man, before I let y'all both go?
Yeah,
go New York, go New York,
go New York, go New York, go. Long, I don't have to say this before I get out of here. My daughter just had my granddaughter, Nye. Her name is Nye. Her nickname is Nye, N-Y.
Yeah, okay.
Nyari is her name, but I'm going to call her Nye.
Nye, okay.
Yes,
beautiful, man.
So I just want to congratulate my baby girl because that's my firstborn. That's my header. And let her know, like, boo, I love you. I was the third one to hold her in the hospital outside of her and her husband. And Lord, to me, that's what life's about, Lord. For us to live, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? To live throughout something and get to see the fruits of our labor. Lord, it hits different, man. It hits different.
Doubt,
already bought her some cowboy gear.
Oh, yeah. Raise her right, man, so she won't be all in that New York Giants world. Yeah. But, man, that's a noble thing, man. I've seen what you're doing at the Breakfast Club and beyond. Keep that up, man. Keep doing your thing, especially with the single-parent fathers thing that you got going on. That's a very noble thing, bro. Keep doing your thing. Yeah.
The Breakfast Club announced it today, Lord. I started a non-profit called Why Dads Matter.
Right.
And it's Lord, it's just, it's the man upstairs working in my favor, Lord. That's all I'm gonna say.
Congratulations.
We are taking donations at Why Dads Matter.
Yeah.
You can hit me up. We're looking for some grassroots donations. So hit us up. But I do have to, my son just got off the bus. I love you, Lord. Honey, I love you, King. You heard?
Yes, indeed, man. He just dipped out, man. But appreciate you, man. Let me hear you say it, though.
How about them Cowboys? I ain't a killer, but don't push me, Jerry.
Yes, indeed, man.
Goodbye.
Everybody from that side of the world sounds almost damn near the same. Almost. Not the same, but almost, almost, And Y'all can tell I'm my slow talking. I'm trying to talk fast, but man, we from Mississippi, man. We don't have time to be talking all fast like them New York. Man, them New Yorkers, man. The last time I've been to the Big Apple, New York, was like 3 years removed from 9/11, right? I went the year before 9/11, and then I went 3 year removed after 9/11. So it's just crazy how all of that worked out for me. But it was just seeing that during that time frame, people was like close in that area, very close. And I haven't been back in many of moons. So hopefully, man, one day, we can do enough here at this station so that it can pave way that I can go to the Giants game and I can mix up with these guys and get things going the best way possible and meet up with some of my guys that's on the East Coast. Because from a Cowboys standpoint, man, we got rich family over there. Not in the money side, but richness and family side, right? Like when we was in when I saw Mark Holmes, it was like, 4 or 5 years ago, I went out that way to Baltimore area. Man, the people, the unity over there is like real tight. Like Washington, D.C. area, D.C. stands for Dallas Cowboys, right? It's literally loaded with nothing but silver and blue and a star on the side. So Cowboys, we are world renowned, right? We world everywhere, but it's always awesome. And I'm telling y'all this, it's awesome being able to go places and get recognized as, hey, man, I know you. And I'm like, damn, here they finna go. This finna be the James Harden. They're like, nah, you Law Nation. I said, okay. That always feel good, man. I ain't gonna even hold y'all on that. But as we depart, man, I hope all is well with everyone. I know we did a marathon type of show, and we've been live for a long, long time. But if you guys can still do me a huge Shaq Feet favor, hit that like button, share this content. Spurs in 6, baby. Spurs in 6. I know I said all of that to say still. Spurs in 6. Spurs in 6. Spurs in 6. Spurs in 6. Come on, man. Y'all put that in the chat. And if you from New York, Spurs in 6. If you rooting for the Cowboys, Spurs in 6. But shout out to the New York team. Shout out to what they bring. This is a great example for those who's in the great state of New York and all of those areas and locations to know this one thing: perseverance, hard work, slow and steady wins the race. The race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the mighty. It's to he that endures. The man that walks 1,000 miles begins with one step type of theory. And if you are a die-hard New York Knicks fan, Knickerbockers, you like Phil Jackson and them, right? Followed him with his 2 world championships. And if you want the New York Knicks to get the Larry O'Brien trophy, I get all of that. But you got to say to yourself, you got to fight for it. Nothing should be given. But if you are a die-hard Spurs fan, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Let them get that lick out first. Now you know what defeat feels like. And to ever go through this mindset, to have that taste of your own blood in your mouth, now it's time to return the favor. You got to be mindset ready, battle tested. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. So I come here to tell you guys that the Cowboys need to be watching both of these tapes. Fight for that ring or fight for that trophy. Because deep down in the heart of hearts, these are the things that makes you a champion. Because at the end of the year, both teams are going to be considered success. which is subjective because only one team is going to be successful. And that will be the team that lift up that Lombardi or Larry O'Brien trophy. So I'm going to say this, though. Cowboys, if you want a piece of that, watch these series. Watch the blood, sweat, and tears that's put in. Watch what they did before the season kicked off. Watch how they set things in order to get there. Watch how they put things in parameters to get to where they at. And when you up against the struggles, meet it squarely face to face. Lift your chin, set your shoulders, plant your feet, and take a brace. When it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. You may fall. You may conquer. See it through. Black may be the clouds about you, and your future may seem grim. But don't let your nerve desert you. Keep yourself in fighting trim. If worse is bound to happen, in spite of all that you'll do, remember, running from it will not save you. See this through, Cowboys, because that's what the greats have done. The Roger Staubachs, Troy Aikman, the Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin. They saw it through when hope was seen but yet futile. Then where troubles may be beset, but remember you're facing what other legends have met. Continue to see it through. Continue to fight it through. CeeLo says Lakers in 2027 and 6, baby. Come on, baby. Yes. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.
Stop crying about what went wrong. Because God will take wrong and make it right.
Let's go.
God will take pain and make it power.
Come on, baby. Cowboys this year, baby. 2026 in the mix, baby.
I wake up,
now it's time.
Down now. Check. No drip this. Tell them run it on. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it on. I wake up, flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Tell them run it on. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it on. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands. I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage. Now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my own.
I love my fans,
man. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady.
Yeah.
The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy.
Yeah.
Put in my hours, send the invoice, and they pay.
Who can call all lazy? Come on.
Rings like MJ and
come on, I need 6 of them, let's get it.
I wake up,
law,
thumb down that
nation.
No drip this, tell them run it up.
Come on,
no sleep,
these credits,
no
baby.
Might crash, might wreck, but first I
bust.
Tell them run it up.
Yeah, come on, Jerry. Pause is necessary, though. Shout out to the Grays, the Nordics, the Insectoids. Come on, man, the Tartarians.
Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out
to the Oxnard.
I call up Nigeria. Come on, come through in a hurry.
Yeah.
Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried.
Yeah.
One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. This with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain.
Not mine, by the way.
Made a promise to her, swore that I would change.
I made a promise.
I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my
name. Yeah.
I wake up,
law,
thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Tell them run it on.
Come on, baby.
No sleep, no
put law in the chat. Shout out to you, Chris. Appreciate you. That's my middle name, by the way. Come on. Shout out to all of the Chris's out there. Law Chris Nation, baby.
Tell them run it on. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I
stretch.
Tell them run it on.
Yeah, I used to always know my mom was mad at me. Lawrence Christopher. You know, she said, give me my thing, you. Appreciate you, Rich. Thank you for being part of the episode. Thank you on the Facebook side. Shout out to your Ice Cold Spurs and 6. Come on. Yay. Hey. Shout out to you, Verde. Come on. And remember, The sounds of soft souls.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Breathe me out, breathe you in.
Chris who stole fur. Shout out to you, David Jenkins and them. Don't let them damn street lights hit you. It hurts. Shout out to you.
At Jose_TX15 $9.99.
On the way out, supporting the nation.
Oxnard Parking Lot Fund.
I follow. Oh yeah, the Oxnard. Jerry, don't raise the prices now. I can barely get out there. Appreciate you, Jose. Conseco. And another one.
And another one. Fighting you was the one love. 7 wonders all in one.
7 wonders all in one, baby.
All in one.
The longest outro in the land.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
Don't let them hit you, baby.
You know it.
Shout out to the Grays. I'm an alien too. Alien Nation law, baby. Alien too.
I'll follow. Wherever you go, whatever you do, play it too.
George, down boy. Down boy.
Feel that far, so far, oh my so God. Far. Oh my God.
Ready? Run from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
In the words of great Uncle Charles. Let me get Uncle Charles in the mix.
Give up the fight, everything will be alright on any given Sunday, yeah. Depend on you. If you win or lose,
told me it was my turn.
You know you got to pay some dues
to live on Monday.
Yeah.
Let Uncle Charles never get old, man. Love y'all to the stars and back. Let's get it. Peace. The longest show in life, man. If it was a sponsored show, man, they would be like, hey, man, 45 minutes, man. We only got like 10 more minutes, dog. You got to get out of here within 1 hour. We got to pay the producers. We got to pay the super chat people that take up stuff and X, Y, and Z. We got to re-chop up this stuff. Cut it, law. Cut it, law. Well, when you're independent, you go live for about 10 hours. Even though it hurt the algorithm. But I got my people with me, though. Y'all some real ones. And remember.
Give me my theme music.
Hey, David Jenkins asks, Sir Law, how does your bro feel about the Eagles trading A.J. Brown? Every Eagle fan I know is downplaying it. You know, every Eagle fan is now saying that A.J. Brown is no good. It's crazy. I wonder how that lemon gonna work. I heard that lemon is squeezed.
I'm still the boy.
He going through it right now. They coping.
I'm still them boy. Yeah. I'm still them boy. Call and check on. I'm still them boys. Them boys, them boys, them boys, them boys, them boys, them boys.
Why y'all don't want to call and check on the pastor? I'm still them boys.
And they understand the cost that is involved.
Still them boys.
There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. But I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100.
Come on, man.
Because
I got
again,
you, man.
it costs to sit up here. I got you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly,
Jesus, this is your humble
bring them
servant,
baskets.
Lord.
I want the baskets up here.
Stop
About what went wrong. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on the.
Oh
my God! Stick it on
the hell cares?
On the bucket.
Stop crying
about what went wrong. Giving is worship. Giving is worship.
And make it.
Giving is worship.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Giving is worship. This ain't the time to talk. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints. This is an easy miracle. We should be able to raise $40,000 tonight just from y'all giving. That's it.